Something like that. And thank you, observers. You read my mind. I was going to say, we haven't looked at a map for a good while, as that has gone towards Shelter, just north of Prison as well. So a very open and hilly field we're playing with here. It's a couple of trees here and there, not too much to play off. So this should get quite interesting come the later phases. But while we have a good wide area, all quiet on the western front briefly for the quick and dirty.
A little bit quiet. Quick and dirty now, just moving on. But Smoke, surprise, surprise, Smoke is actually getting those picks down. This is what we like to see. Smoke has been so consistent with their SKSs and their pot shots that they're actually landing a lot of them. And have another kill, another player no longer in this game, and an eliminated one outside from SP, continuing their killing spree.
Now we're at the point in the game where rotation is so important. You've got to be making sure you're getting close to central, or you're following the zone without being touched by the blue, because it's going to do well, I know it's stating the obvious, but it's doing a lot more damage than it would in the earlier phases. So these teams, particularly like Attack Field and Chain Reaction, well, I think they both know each other there. However, they've got a long run to get inside the next zone.
Yeah, long run here. You're looking at not too much time left. 10 seconds before phase 4 begins. And oh, look at this Chain Reaction being able to grab Viz. And all is it going to be? Yes, one knocked it down. And their team has no other option besides letting them fall. Just, you have to take the L there and you have to keep moving. But Viz, they're not the only ones under fire. Four Dogs, it's the last player. Sada having to now just make it alive. Maybe we could see another team fall in time for Four Dogs to just bump up the placement, but it's Hisense taking out UNT. One player left over there, and unfortunately enough, Four Dogs gets to stay alive, but Balkan Eagles, they're getting picked off. Sada is just the guy. You can't split up against him. He's just going to pick you off one at a time. And Balkan Eagles loses Macintosh. But now, are they going to lose the fight? It's a 1v1. It's just up to Sada here. And boom! Balkan Eagles eliminated by one player.
Oh my god. Stata absolutely frying inside the dip. And now players are slowly pushing up. They know he's damaged. They know he's injured. So the natural reaction is to get close, is to have that little bit of fight. But do you risk it against somebody who's just solo wiped an entire squad? The zone's favored him. The zone gods have favored him so well.
I mean, just look at the ammo he was left on. He had a single clip left, 40 with 5 in the reserve. If he got pushed there, he wouldn't have enough firepower to survive, even with the picks he just got. The fact that the team didn't capitalize on a solo player wiping 3 means that Sada has a chance of really bringing us back. But look at Team Mira. You kind of hyped them up as a team we've seen before, and they have just found another pick here. So I gotta see more. And oh my goodness, clowning. Sada is not done. Just keeps on finding it. And look at SP Esports. They've been bunkered in, and they get another pick down onto 7 Gaming. But Sada's not done. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. He just eliminated 2 teams solo.
6 kills solo in his own game. We're not even near the end phase. He's absolutely frying. How about the clown car I mentioned earlier? Chain Reaction absolutely clowning and sticking together. You don't stay in the same vehicle. Rule 101. What game, what lobby are we in?
I mean, that's the thing here about Plausible Gaming is you're going to be seeing a lot of teams, a lot of players from different skill sets, even on the same team. I mean, Sada's entire team fell like a sad sack of bricks, and then Sada went, no, my turn. I'm going to cook a little bit. But now, 31 Gaming, they are on the up and up, trying to take out Quick and Dirty. They're stuck underneath this ridge, and it's not going to be too easy. But if we see that RPG land, this could be a very different game very fast. And oh no, are we going to be seeing Hisense trying to come after Sada's food? Are they going to try to take out this dog? Are they going to try to, put him to the pound? Maybe just euthanize this puppy. As now Sada, he gets in a car and he's able to get out of there. Only 12 teams are remaining here at the 20-minute mark, but still half of the lobby is breathing.
He's positioned himself well. Safa can stay alive a little bit longer with the placement of the vehicle. He might lose some tires and rotation, so you have to be mindful for it. Ultra North, they say goodbye. But I tell you what, if you want the best position in the entire game, that's 31. They've got a compound, they've got height. There's a mortar out just nearby them. I just saw it on the minimap briefly, so be mindful. But 31, they can take control of the entire terrain, field, whatever you want to call it. Look at their positioning.
Yeah, 31 Gaming's in a great spot, but the ring's not going to agree with them. They're eventually going to be cooked out here, so they have a minute and 20 seconds to make the most of it. As the mortar lands, though, what a shot down onto Tobbs. Now, with them gone, it's going to be Smoke Wall keeping it going over on the other side of the map. Attack Field gets eliminated as our 11th team, but look at this. It's Viz coming in to finish off some of these picks, and that's going to be Stratos cleaning it up, and quick and dirty. They were the first blood, and I think they're about to be our 10th team out. There's not a lot of life left in this team, and it's just up to Brioli.
Whoa. We said that last time.
Sada.
But look what happened to Sada. It took Speak of the Devil. He shall appear, because he is still going. Now down to 42 health. Come on, man. Let's bring it to 10. You've already done so.
No,
well.
he got sniped from behind. 7 Gaming just finished him off. He was on a streak. 4 Dogs is down in number 10. Quick and dirty, fast to follow in number 9. Now, Viz, 2 picks here. They just cleaned up 1, but Team Mira is stopping SP Esports in their beautiful hold that they had earlier. Again, you framed it. 31 Gaming, though, they are the king of the hill. And they have all the advantage here. But look at the shots, the pot shots, trying Viz to just punch through any misplay that 31 Gaming has by peeking these windows. As, again, Spawn just finding more picks, and 7 Gaming is going to lose a whole player.
Smoke Wall's been quiet, but again, their position out in the open. 31's been targeting them, peppering them every step of the way, making sure that they can't get in. Look at their positioning. They're on the edge of the blue. There's not much they can do. I truly feel that the big battle is about to brew as Viz have finally made their way into the 31 Gaming compound, so be prepared. A few nades and a bit of gunfights about to erupt.
Oh, look at this. A C4 in hand, trying to just be very aggressive, just blowing their way through this wall. And, I mean, might be able to take out one player with this aggression. At the end of the day, though, so much smoke, so much cover. 31 Gamer.
There's emergency cover, so he's actually putting down a bit more so he can blow up and make it easy extras. But Maris, oh, he had an angle, he had a position. That's the opening, but he's actually knocked himself out.
What? Oh my god, that's the radius of it too. It's just a shockwave shocking us both. Is unfortunately Viz is down a player on the height of this hill, and oh my god, looking at it, it's like you're on in the middle of a tree stump. That is a lot of verticality here, and Maris is gonna just keep going and unfortunately finish off with the molly combo, and that is huge for 31 Gaming, who I believe is only a 3-player squad remaining.
Yeah, only three people left. They haven't been able to get as many kills as they had hoped for. But this is the disadvantage when you're a team that's bunkered down, been blessed by the zone multiple times. You stay in position, and your only engagements are ones like these, where they're quite far, and Maris gets peeked out.
Yeah, but there's no way that he's going to get finished here. Hisense might be able to find a little bit of an angle, but the smoke wall is a stone wall, stopping them in their tracks. And unfortunately, Hisense is, even with their 3 picks, might not be able to get out of this too unscathed, as you have a team looking at you and a flank coming from a solo player. Okay, SP Esports will just finish them off, I guess. That was very interesting to see that, but Hisense is also eliminated from a nade. It was just so funny to see a team just driving behind, trying to do their own thing, caught in the crossfire and eliminated from it.
It's almost gives that vibe of, don't worry, guys, I ain't here. Just cruising by. I'd be part of this action. But tell you what, of action, 6 teams still remain. Smoke Wall fully intact. We saw earlier on, we criticized their little pop shots that they were doing. You didn't like it, giving their position away. Look where they are now. They got themselves 4 kills on the board, 4 points in total. They've got the 6th position placement points guaranteed. And they found themselves some cover. So everything's looking good. How about this zone? Well, I would say that's looking all right for all teams, but they all will have to rotate.
Oh no, they're going to a pretty flat land. There is a care package in the middle, smack dab in this drop zone, and it's going to be flat land. It's going to be how thick are these trees? Are you going to be able to hide behind it? And Mara's peaks a bit too much. It's 2 HP remaining before being able to get out of there. But look at 31 Gaming. The nades continue to do damage. Another down player here as you're looking at a lot of this team of 31. Surprisingly, only having 3 picks, they have just anchored this down and forced a lot of the infighting from other little factions on the bottom here. And oh my god, another nade's gonna just land clean right on Stratos. But how is Viz still alive? How has nobody collapsed on them?
I'm surprised as well. There we go. There's the complete from Smoke Wall of NYKS.
Viz still has one more. They still have 1 player. They're not out yet.
Nope. Still going strong. And on the other side, we haven't talked about these guys. Team Mirror and 7 Gaming have been tooth and nail between each other, trying to get it done. But this looks to be the last that we will see. The Blues going to push in. One more bit of cover. Viz is still going, and Smoke will have their number.
Crazy. Nades out. Might be able to just get a little bit. And boom, 7 Gaming absolutely beaming. Mira fakes in, and look at Viz, the last player on his team. It's just gonna be M41, and he finally burns. And welcome to the top 4. You have Smoke Wall, the only team still standing with everybody and a bunch of resources. Actually, they're running out of ammo. They've done so much pot shots that look at he's got no ammo in this gun. He's just gonna have to rely solely on getting these picks stuck in the middle of nowhere. So maybe Smoke Wall's pot shots, yes, they managed to scare away a lot of players, but they have barely any resources left.
They can, if they wanted to, take up the position of Vera and go and try and get the ammo from there, but there is the level of risk that comes with it. So realistically, them staying in the middle was a lot better, a lot stronger. They still had a hill to play off, unlike these 2 teams that are very lucky to have a compound. And talking of Mirror, how about 31 Gaming going and gone? Our number 1, the team we kept talking about, disappeared.
Well, 31 Gaming, they had a really solid position. They were spoon-fed the zone, and the second that the zone went yoink, the rug pull of where they were standing, how do you get off of that position once it's no longer viable? That's the problem that they set themselves up for. They were taking a gamble. But now you have Mira gambling the lives of Zerfy, getting a pick down, dropping SP Esports. They're just 2 at a time, taking these teams and gunning them down. But with Mira still 4 players left, SP Esports only down to 3. Smoke Wall, and it's very doable. But the problem I'm looking at is resources. You know, you're not going to have that many smokes left. You're not going to have any nades left. And now you're not going to have much healing left as another player is down. Every time they peek a window, there's a bullet going right through their head.
Absolutely. And talking of bullets going through the head, Mirror of Forsaken able to get 1 and 6 more. They'll have to crawl out to the side. Didn't have much in terms of utility. Had ammo. SP starting to get lower and lower on health as the damage continues to go in. Smoke Wall are just pop-shotting and hitting it all the time. And they're the ones, I would say, in this power position right now.
Yeah, they're in a great spot, and Mira, oh god, Smoke Wall will be just getting that third party by Mira. Mira 1v2, taking out 2 teams at the same time. Remember, it's just those 3 left. There's not a lot of opportunity here for SP Esports, but we saw what one dog could do. Can SP Esports clutch it against a very stacked team remaining? They're very clean here, and what I'm looking at now is Smoke Wall going to be able to keep their position or move in time as the ring is getting towards the end of this game?
Slowly approaching in onto each other. We're into what I like to call overtime. This is where there is no zone. It is just collapsing in onto the center, and you slowly encroach over this mound that is left. We see X-Driz gets 1 onto Mirror. It's SP now fully out of the question, so no third parties can be in play, but it's a 3v3. All leveled up, and still just a 1 wrong peek of the head could see you gone.
Yeah, this is not going to be too easy, but we do find some ammo, which might help them out. But look at Smoke Wall. They're living up to their name. We're seeing these smoke covers still existent. They haven't used too much of the util, but a lot of them are now running low. They're on an 8-kill spree. Team Mira, they're not able to push. The slightest high ground of this hill is being able to find themselves some kills, as now you're going to be seeing Smoke Wall. What a shot, taking out another. And now it's just one remaining. Mira, it's up to you, and it's a winner chicken dinner for Smoke Wall. An amazing game. And if you guys stuck around for that whole fight, we actually have a code for you. It's called Bridge Ambush. One word, all caps, Bridge Ambush, because it was Erangel. It makes sense. But Hyper, what a game.
That really was such a fascinating game. We saw individual prowess from the four dogs. Like, we thought we ruled them out, we called them done. I criticized how they over-aggressed in earlier points of the game, and then they should have stayed inside that bunker, should have played around it. But once I said that, it's almost like they heard. Now, I know they didn't because of the massive delay that we have on this stream, but even so, that mindset of, right, I've got to start taking cover, let my opponents push you. It worked. It worked beautifully. And then we talk about 31. I said, Salva, if you start there, go downhill, it is literally downhill in terms of the performance. And that's exactly what happened on that tree stump.
Absolutely. A great summary here, but now it's time for our next game. But before we just cut to a break, make sure that you guys check out our giveaway code. Link will be in the chats of these streams and, of course, in the description. It is going to be Bridge Ambush. One word, all caps. And if you guys want to be putting that in, you have more than enough time to do so, as we are going to a quick break. We'll see you soon.
Purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
I got all the voters. I swear to God, I've been at it for a minute. Climbing to the top, and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business. No limit, I'ma get it. Having millions as a witness. I'ma addicted to winning, living up every single day. I'll be fighting and building up in a million different ways. I don't think I can stop, I think I need the chase. I love to race and I'm running till I'm first place. Long nights, long flights, I'ma make it big. Big dreams, big sights since I was a kid. Doing things that I like, let the pieces fit. I like the pain, feel alive when I'm under it. I could change, adapt, do what I need to. All these obstacles, they looking see-through. Don't let the anger out, just let it feed you. I'll see you at the top, just let me teach you.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier, in the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor, I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters, you could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
They be like, really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like several years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to say, and a lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no, we feel it to the top. Yeah, we change our whole world, yeah, we steer it. Getting lost in the things that make us all worth hearing on. I'm the first one to turn up, learn stuff, but mostly I'm just in the lab getting work done. Cause the bills on the first, they still worth some. I never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son. But not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working. But I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier, in the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor, I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters, you could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Yeah, let's go.
New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be. Put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is that believe. I'm gonna make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you gotta win. New year, new me, no fear, just be.
Well, if you weren't pumped after the first map, we still have a lot more to go. It was close. It was down to the wire in a lot of occasions, but I tell you what, we have to run it back. Same thing again on Arendelle, hopefully with a different zone. And I tell you what, it should be intense. It should be intense.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing some different playstyles, especially from 31 Gaming. They got their King of the Hill moment, but it didn't find much value from it. Point-wise, they got eliminated in 5th. They only got 3 elims of their own, and they weren't able to get too many points. So even though they actually got diffed here, they were the 5th team, 5th place. And looking at this, look at this. 4 dogs, Seda, clutching it up and bringing them to rank 4 with 8 kills. So it shows if you just shoot people, you're going to be going pretty far. Q&D, they did fairly well here, even if, you know, they only got 5. So the more elims you get, the better off you're going to be standing here, even if you play King of the Hill for quite a while. Case in point from 4 dogs.
Yeah, and of course, remember the top 8 are the only ones who get points for placement. That's why we saw 10 from Smoke as they got it all done and dusted humongously now with 21 points and 11 kills from that. So a great way to start, but was that luck from Smoke Wall? Are they showing that they are a sustainable team that could fight amongst the big dogs in this league? Well, that's a question we will have to ask. Meanwhile, on to the other side, UNT, attack field, nothing on the board. Same with Balak and Eagles. That Balak can over-aggress.
No, it's a 4-way tie here. four-way tie for 16th. Like, everyone's having a little bit of a struggle there. That's why I'm like, I mean, you could call it UNT, but it's really like they placed higher than Sweaty Farmers did. Sweaty Farmers was the first people to get eliminated, you know? Everybody there is just averaging out. So it's a little bit strange, but it's only game one. Only game one.
Oh, 100%. 100%. This is where I was going to go on to the point of Bollock and Eagles just over-aggressing. What they were doing was going one attack, then one attack, and then one attack. And that's why we saw Four Dogs able to just single-handedly pick them off one by one, because it was 1v1 engagements. And when you're that confident you can aim that well, hell, you're gonna take advantage and you're gonna win those fights. So that's something they're gonna learn from it, and they're gonna look back and go, could have done that better.
We definitely could see a little bit better of gameplay across the board here, but at the end of the day, it will come down to how this team can lock in. Let's find out. We're here. It's back at Erangel. It's time to see where these guys are dropping. Let's get into that game, as I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing Balkan Eagles do fairly well. I'm looking to see, as you were saying it, these underdogs, you know, maybe doing better, because we saw Four Dogs with one player get 4th place, which means just one person needs to be the hero.
Yeah, one person needs to get it done, but it's all about the late games as well. You as much as it's very entertaining to see it, this is going to be a unicorn situation. I think we're going to get a second round. But let's talk about this flight path. Very northern, and if some bizarre reason we go down south towards that military base, a lot of people are going to struggle with their rotation. Of course, the ones closer to the end of this flight path won't be as stretched out, won't be as worried, but I feel some secondary positions are going to be picked here.
Let's see if any solid positions are going to start, as we need to see a little bit more from Chain Reaction. We got to see, again, as we talked about in the first Erangel map, this is definitely all about the zone. It's where you're going to be funneled through. You have places like school and military base, which, you know, the odds of us going to the exact same ring as last time, very slim. But if we do see it, we can also see that northeast side, and hopefully we can see a little bit more of those funneled plays. That's what this map is all about. Pushing these teams into these big skirmishes at long distances. And as long as I can see a little bit of that, I'm going to be pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain to little skirmishes early on, and I'm not gonna mind in the late game as well. But the big question is, where's our zone? Where are we looking for our positioning? Zone has popped up. We will get to that in a moment, but there's a part of me that wants us to go south. I want a military base map for today.
I would like one just because there is a lot of cover, but I think there's just so many cooler options. I want school. You know, you want military, I want school. We both don't deserve what we want, because apparently we're going back to the same place over in Stalber, over in the top right. And it's a little bit more northbound this time, so nothing too crazy, but very interesting switch up here.
I would say this is actually quite crazy, because a large majority of that circle is not in play. A large majority is in water, and that's unplayable. So a lot more teams are going to be fighting on the southern ridge. We're going to have a lot of teams who want to go north of the water as well, try and get themselves into this pocket. Stalber will become a lovely king of the hill situation where teams will find themselves climbing up. But mostly it's that southern region, that southern part of that circle, where we're going to see the most fights unfold, where essentially the rotation comes from, unless someone does a wild rotation to the west.
There's a good chance that might happen, as, you know, just like you can go, okay, yeah, that's a bad spot, there's gonna be a lot of heat there. A lot of these teams are thinking the same. They know that there's gonna be a lot of heat in that zone, so best to avoid it. You know, that's the big concern here, is try to avoid the fight or go for the fight. If your players like Four Dogs, you want to go for the fights. They're already hunting and trying to, you know, clear these zones to get these picks. And Hisense just team killed. Am I crazy?
I honestly didn't even see the notification come through. I'm going to take your word, because I saw something so brief. Yeah. Well,
where Hisense just team killed.
no
Fully
idea.
unloaded into a guy.
No idea. I'm gonna assume yes. Let's run the storyline. Win the news article. Hisense kills her own teammate.
It'd be shocking, but I've seen crazier things. And talking about crazy things, it's going to be Chain Reaction versus Four Dogs, already out for blood.
Oh, this is bold. Just rock up onto the point, and our previous heavy hitter who got 8 of his own kills will drop to the floor instantly.
He's not done yet, though.
Are you sure? The guy's around the corner. He's about to.
Trust it. Trust that he can. His teammate will back him up. I feel it. All right. Oh, he's dead.
Plot armor gets immediately removed.
Well, now it's time for his teammates to show. Okay, he did the equivalent of any first-person shooter going, I got mine last set. He got him to 4th place single-handedly. So now it's his other 3 teammates to try to do the job for him.
Facts, absolute facts. But realistically, the aggression in that push was not needed. Four Dogs could have held this compound here and just played off it. They're a good distance away from the edge of zone. They're in a comfortable position. And now they have sightlines of more teams. They know where 2 are. So why not play off this?
Fair enough. I mean, you're in a decent spot. You can do all right. But look at this. It's the previous victors. Smoke wall being stared down by Four Dogs. I mean, they want to get this value as best as they can. And unfortunately for Smoke, they don't really have much else going on. I think it's Chains on the other side of them, trying to, Chain Reaction, trying to maybe get some footing here. But there's no reason a lot of people need to move, unless you're Viz, who just lost another player, as Joven is punishing them. But oh my god, this is a crazy amount of views that you get from just this box. And UNT, I mean, we talked about them as the bottom of the barrel right now, the underdogs. And I think the main reason is, how many times have we seen them taking these pot shots and nothing hits?
Probably all of them.
Every shot.
It's probably the answer, but that's, I'm not trying to be harsh and cruel to the absolute max. It is fact. It is fact. Unlike the Ultra North, the tryhards, they've... how do we describe the Ultra North? They have good positioning. They know what to do. They just didn't...
Don't do it?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Oh, that is UNT, Ultra North tryhards. They have been in They have been in those fights. They have been trying, but as you said, their pop shotting has been questionable.
They just don't hit their shots. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a shooter. You have to land your shots. And now getting into this next little bit of the phase 1, starting to, have this ring closing in, we might be seeing some more. But surprise, surprise, we're seeing a very different outcome than the last time. We've seen some pretty much goated players fall early. We've seen some low-level players from previous games showing up with a little bit more confidence, But as we are now moving slightly into this next one, I do want to see more from 7 Gaming. They're very close to getting into the top 5. They're at rank 6 right now, and they had 4 elims last time, so they were able to wipe a whole squad. So looking at half of them, you still are looking for those big plays. And 7 Gaming, I think they're taking it slow. They know that they can place well, especially considering we have 4 maps after this.
This just adds another team that are looking at Four Dogs right now. Four Dogs have Chain Reaction. They have 7 Gaming.
Oh my god.
They don't have Mirror, though. Mirror are just, well, they're getting all so aggressive as it is going to be the Ultra North. Getting 2 against one of the top teams in the server. How about Return Fire? Forsaken, able to get a shot and get it done. What? Annihilation. And the Ultra North tryhards was looking good, but went down so quickly.
Mira just absolutely shredded them so well. I mean, this is why. I mean, they had 9 elims last time, and they placed second. So point-wise, they're doing really good. But Smoke Wall, the other end of this, the other layer to this team, you are looking at, of course, a position, a bunker set up here, and nobody really wants to step on this bunker. There's no reason to. Mira is in a transitory position with, I think, 4 dogs having the high ground on them, so that's the only reason they're kind of sticking it out.
4 dogs best position. I was saying how Smoke Wall, Chain Reaction, we just saw 7 Game have a sightline on them as well. 4 dogs, it may look like they're in danger, but realistically they're in primal position because the other teams also will have sightlines on each other. As we are seeing, I just saw Exerts really X-Riz, sorry, he's really far south playing on that hill, and I'm worried that a sniper bullet might catch him off guard.
You never know what's going to happen until it happens, especially with these teams. I mean, you're looking at just a lot of confidence, and 31 Gaming starts off with another. But look at Sweaty Farmers being able to be here, but Balkan Eagles is just taking a little bit too much as another shot. Quick and dirty. They're getting a little bit forced back here as well. Lots of fear in their team's hearts as right now they're down 1. They know that they've been spotted, and even with this wonderful high ground, they have to start moving into some positions where they're going to be able to see these players.
Stolber's still in play. This is going to be King of the Hill. Are we actually going to get a King of the Hill game? But before that, Chain Reaction, beautiful nade, lands right by their feet in the Balkan Eagles. They got to go inside this, but this is the difficult bit. Is pushing and clearing because there is a bunker to this building. Has been caught off guard. Oh, that's a free kill if I say so myself. Thank you.
Well, Chain Reaction, Balkan Eagles, good use of util.
Good name.
We're going to see half of his HP going down, and now Rafa wants to push on in. This is huge for them. Now, will this Balkan be able to cook? No, unfortunately, he's getting Swiss cheese. Chain Reaction, shotgun swap, and boom, that's going to be a counter. What a shot up here. Now it's the real Superman, 10 HP, and attempt to clutch, and Balkan Eagles gets eliminated. The team in 15th, and unfortunately, that cements their spot at the bottom. I mean, yes, they got 1 or 2, so maybe they got 2 points here compared to some of the 20s you're looking at the top of the top.
I'll tell you what, shotguns are so good in CQB. It's so overpowered, but that blue zone's also as overpowering as it's doing a lot of damage. Thankfully, there is a bit of blue jammer in play to keep him alive, a little bit of healing. He's healing through a blue BZ grenade. That's incredible. Can he stay alive for the last bit? Molly goes out, has to run up the stairs. Go Webb.
Oh,
He's on fire.
His
teammate's on fire. He's body blocked them.
Go Webb, what are you doing? Why are you running back into it? What am I watching here? They're almost dead to the molly. What? No, he burns to death? Oh my god. He actually burns to death by walking back into a Molotov. And now you're going to be seeing Highset getting another one down. Huge counterplay here. And even though they started off by taking Awful Kid Sad out of the game themselves, said, watch this, buddy. You're going to spectate. Here we go. Another fart. And there it is. AF is down. Attack field is gone.
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing to watch. 4 straight up, and it was the confusion for the molly. What do? You can't push up into that stairwell because you run the risk of a player waiting to shoot you down. But at the same time, you have to be aggressive because your exit option's gone unless you jump out the building. So miscommunication, misplay, and actually, I've got a feeling Hisense is split here. Yeah, I think this is a solo player in a 3-man team.
Yes. Man's doing his own thing. He took out a whole squad by his own. I think he's have the right to do it. But look at this, Sweaty Farmers, proving that just having the information might be more valuable. They're just looking right now for these players. But as you can see, a lot of this ring is not on playable ground. We're looking at a solid 20% of it sitting outside on the ocean. So this is a much tighter ring than the circle phase would let you believe. And that's why we're seeing a lot of these picks early.
4th phase is when the ring will move away from water. So we may get one more that still is pushing a lot of these players north. It could push these players going south. I wouldn't be surprised. No, we're still, most of that ring is still in water. So that is crazy. Look
That's
how
a
much
50%
space.
split.
But look at the space they have to play off. This is basically not even a phase 4. That's a phase 5-6 ring right here. Because you know the next one's going to be inland.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options left. I don't know. I mean, you are going to see Smoke Wall though, starting with their high ground, pincer. Everybody wants to get to the beach. We're about to see a D-Day reenactment here. Not exactly optimal, but they're online for it. And look at these shots. 1, 2, and not a finisher, but if they blow up the car, that'll be it for this team. And this is Mira, who is downed huge here from Smoke Wall. But what? Spawn, Selb managing to grab Haven and knock down Smoke Wall here. Smoke, they're kind of stuck in this little ravine, but they got to get themselves picked up. Mira might just be eliminated soon. You have not a lot of time. Fakes in the last player to try to just keep breathing here. Right now, Smoke, look at their positioning. They're kind of split up enough that it's making it work, but Team Mira eliminated in number 13. The second seed dropping fast from a poor positioning and a lot of team play.
It's unfortunate, but everyone's going to be fighting over compound because it's going to be the only thing saving grace. 31's pushing inside the building. Chain reaction. Oh, nothing much you can do it when you're stuck inside. They're not out and they're not done. A player is remaining somewhere on this map, but that nade from Sleb is just perfect. Absolute perfection. How about pushing in his roof? Goes and gets it cleaned up. Hisense have nothing on this compound.
But they still have one player alive, and that's all that they need. I mean, we saw the solo plays that we got from one of their players. Now, can we see it again? The problem is I don't think anyone knows where the last player is for them because they've been so spread out. Yeah, you're obviously not going to be able to revive your teammates now, but I don't think you have to worry about your team falling because you're just doing your own thing, soloing it up. But what is this?
This is risky.
They're hunting.
Sway farmers, they've having to come down Salba, and they're taking this long way around because they've heard the car. They're looking to try and get a rotation cutoff, but it's damaging them.
Wait, how is Sada back in the game?
You could get someone back in because of the new update allows you to revive people. So let's bring him back.
Yeah, bringing Sada back. Four Dogs might just be able to turn it around because now they're fighting the number 1. They say, okay, Smoke Wall, you guys are number 1. We have to get rid of you. And that's what they're doing. But 31 Gaming from behind, it's huge. And Four Dogs gets completely eliminated. 31 Gaming, the king of the high ground yet again. But this time, they get a lot more value from it. And those are 5 kills for them this time. But Maris, he's taking a lot of damage. This blue zone, his zone is just cooking him, and he's in. He's safe, but Hisense, the final player, hunted down by SP Esports, and they're going to be able to take it down. But unfortunately here, there's not a whole lot of time remaining for the ring. We'll keep pushing them towards the beach.
Talking of the ring, how about another quick drop of the code? Blue Zone Bruiser. All in caps, no spaces. Blue Zone Bruiser. That's your code. Put it in. Earn some lovely little rewards, and that's exactly the damage 31 Gaming has felt throughout this game. It's phase 4. Yes, you could deal with it. You could survive it. Your jammers will hold you off for a little bit, but you have to use unnecessary heals to get yourself in the game again.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the play, but look at this. Smoke Wall only has 1 player left. XRTZ. Let's see if Arteezy is going to be able to make this work. And 7 Gaming. Chain reaction Shin is gone. The nade is nearly flawless, but will we see the pick? And yep, you show ahead, and he's going to make you out of the game. And 31 Gaming completely abandoning their player here, knowing that if they just get another angle, they can pick him up after they finish. And Maris is doing exactly what works so well against Viz, and Smokewall gets eliminated because right behind him, it's a snipe from Selb.
Well, 31, as we talked about how brilliant they were on the first round, how they cleanly got themselves on perched on a hill, did well, held the people off. But they're going up against somebody they know all too well. That's Viz. Just next door to them, a little rivalry brewing between each other. I'm sure even outside the servers, these two teams have collided with each other God knows how many times on the EU scrims, the NA scrim server as well. The number of times I've seen these two teams hash it out between them, it does make them a little bit of mortal enemies. So be prepared. That fight is brewing and set to happen.
Here we go. Casual player. Sweaty Farmers, they're just not shooting. And that's, they gave a little bit too much time, and now casual players down. So 7 Gaming finally realizes, wait a minute, we've been getting stalked here. But chain reaction is what we need to be looking at as they are gone. Sweaty Farmers has to finally start unleashing the bullets. The hailstorm of lead is online, but it is Sweaty Farmers who's taking the advantage here as more and more people are going down. But casual, ooh, what a shot. RW Jacob, this guy's gaming.
Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? Because they still got the little bit of fight to play off. There's a little bit of ridge that's in play, but you have to be mindful. 31 and Viz are behind this gunfight. So while this all unfolds, they've got that information. I think as well, just in the distance, it's SP Esports, so they too can close in onto this dogfight that is unfolding. And well, I tell you what, they are being smart here. They are being smart. They're keeping their eye on the rear because Viz are slowly closing in.
Slowly closing, but as we are looking at now, it's RW, Sweaty Farmers, Dima trying to keep it going, and Gregan, last 2. But 7 Gaming still king of the high ground, raining down on SP Esports, and might be able to rain on that parade. And look at these shots, but no, it does not find the final pick. And SP Esports keeps all 4, but 7 Gaming, they're locking it down, and quick and dirty, eliminated by Viz. Another team to fall. 6 teams remaining, 19 alive. And are we going to be seeing Sweaty Farmers start pushing their luck and try to push 7 Gaming into SP? The pincer would be intense, but as we're now away, finally, from the beach, it's now time for a forest fight as Viz gets 31 Gaming, Ishkak down, and 7 Gaming wants to keep pushing. But look at this. SP, they've got the flank on Sweaty, and they're doing it, but oh, what a shot from Dima. And if Dimia can keep this going, they should be fine. But SP, they're not done. They're worried about a battle on 3 fronts here.
Yeah, 7 is very dangerously tucked in behind these rocks as well. So SP, they know where this gunfight's been happening. They've slowly encroached on it, but 7 has buried themselves in. They've put themselves in this power position where they can get these little pop shots. Meanwhile, Sweaty Farmers, because they've been fighting with 7 for so long, both these two teams are low on utility, low on ammo, and they're struggling. And this is why SP are taking advantage of it. However, it's still trading back and forth. Sweaty Farmer's still alive. There's still 1 to go who's standing. He's got a dropped player next to him, but it's a matter of shots.
There we are. Nice. 31 Gaming. That's going to be Maris down to the zone or disconnect. Zone just gone. And unfortunately, Sweaty Farmers is now finding their final end. Even if they put up such a great fight against both 7 and SP, it's a teamwork from both sides to finish off the game, leaving us now with 5 teams. The top 5 is coming here, and it's time to see who's going to walk away with some decent picks, decent points for their team, as I believe no one from the top 3 last time is still alive.
No one is. I think 31 made it. Yes, 31 did make it to the top 4, actually. So that stands corrected. Viz went out round about this point, but this time they're holding a position a little bit better as they are playing a 2-front game. How about that? Get rid of 3, get rid of 2, sorry, and get them to the floor. And Spoon Sleb, they've been quietly on the other side as well, getting involved. SP finally takes down 1 member of 7. There's the second wipe. We're down to a final 4.
Yeah, 31 Gaming down to 1 player remaining, but SP Esports just in a perfect positioning, similar to what Mira and Smoke had last time. All 4 remaining, all of the ammo in the world, lots of smokes, lots of utility, and it is Spontaneous to fall. Has annihilated them and now is on the 10 kill board with their killing spree. This is a lot of points for Viz. Exactly what they needed to do comparatively. They were 7th last time, and this could put them in the number 1 if they just knocked out SP, who's much vibing for those top spots.
I tell you what's really smart here is that 31 have positioned themselves down to the south. They're playing with zone, they're not worrying too much, while SP and Viz, they're playing quite north. Oh no. 31 got spotted, so they know one player's down there, but the real fight is on top of the hill, and that's what 31 Gaming's hoping, is these two teams focus up on each other.
Let's see if that focus is going to be enough. 31 taking their time, but he's stuck down there, and Estrella knows where they're at. Spots him through the smoke. Not going to quite land the shots, but they know that's the final player. We can now try to isolate Viz. He's going to be all the way down there. We have time, and the ring is going to be on our side. So, moving in, SP versus Viz, and oh wait, no, they're still looking for 31 Gaming. They're still looking for the final player here, and will they find it? Will they get that guaranteed second place?
All he has to do is just play into he's in the zone right now, so find a nice cover that he can play off. A little bit of a hill would benefit him massively, but Estriel is peppering them, and that's 10 kills now for SP as well. So Viz and SP both at the double digits. Zeech, that nearly took him down. 1 HP in a dream. I tell you what, that's a little too close for my liking.
Yeah, just a little bit too much, but do you have lots of players here? Viz down to just one with one knocked. I think this is... We pretty much know who's going to be walking away from this one. After looking at this kind of aggression, there's no real just denying it. This is an SP-owned map.
How long can they string this out? We're only on phase 6, by the way. Only touched at phase 7 now. So it's been a little while. Can't believe. I think he thinks this is Team Viz essentially got full control of the zone, and all they need to do here is just keep Viz out of the point.
Ooh, but Estrella bites off more than they could chew and will be knocked down. Now it's going to just be Zeech going in to try to find it. Spots the head, but it's just too far of a shot. The bullet drop's not going to allow you to get that angle off. And now, with util out, one nade, one player. Molly's online, and look at this. Believe managing to grab M41, and the final player cooks, and winner chicken dinner. This one's a nice rotisserie. Toasted and SP Esports 13 kill leader and point leader now in our bracket. They're eating up right now, aren't they, Hyper?
Yeah, that was flame, that was cooked, that was bellissimo. Bellissimo. Alright, SP absolutely coming on top, doing what they needed to in that game. They played aggressive, they played the hill advantage. Yes, they had to literally climb up a hill to get to where they needed, but they did it with ease, they did it slowly, did it progressively, and I love that from the team. So hats off to them for getting the job done.
Yeah, hats off. And of course, it's now time for another break for us, as we have a lot of games here. And if you guys are still interested in competing for that wonderful giveaway, make sure that you use Map2's code, which is a beautiful blue zone bruiser. No spaces, all caps. We'll see you guys pumping it into our giveaway here, brought to us by Gleam.io. And soon we will have map number 3 right around the corner.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play
game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Feel low, you can still go. Go, slow, you can still go. Go, there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call a covenant, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an itch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goal. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push, see the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
It's all there for the taking. You just gotta wanna keep chasing. Pursue everything you're facing. Keep up with the pacing. Adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate in. Don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team. And if you're alone, then a one-man army. So you better be starving. And you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching. And every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life for me.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to
And welcome back, everybody. After a really solid first two maps here on Erangel, it's actually time for us to flip the script, change it up a bit. We've seen the same map twice. We got to see D-Day. We got to see a lot of water mode zones. And now we're going to actually be looking at some pretty standard Rondo. We're going to look at a pretty decent map, in my opinion. It's not the best. It's not your, favorite if you're a player. That's why you only get to see it once. It's not Miramar. It's not Erangel. But Hyper. We saw a crazy lead that SP is pulling in these first two maps, and what is it looking like for those bottom teams right now?
It's looking scary. The thought of being able to climb up to that top is going to be a lot harder. There's of course the Ultra North, who have really struggled off the get-go. They had a good promising start. They were squaring up against their opponents really well. However, the shots aren't landing. So for them, they're seeing themselves still at the bottom. But I think more important, we need to discuss about what the previous match looked like. For those who just joined, let's have a reminder what that scoreboard looks like indeed. Because SP taking the top is a huge change of pace. Smokescreen doing fairly well, but 31 are being consistent with their placements, but not getting the kills that you want to see.
That's the thing. It's a lot about positioning, but at the end of the day, they aren't getting that value from it. But placement is putting them high. Remember, first game they got fourth placed, and that put them at 7 points after 3 elims. So not terrible, but they were in top 5. Let's take a look at our next scoreboard. Hopefully we have it updated. But if not, I'm really excited for this because we saw teams like Balkan Eagles start to get some elims. We saw some other teams really start to add some weight to it.
Yeah, and also a hero team, and I feel we're now going to have a little bit of a love towards them, the Four Dogs. They went for a little Hail Mary, and the Hail Mary didn't pay off. Thankfully, Respawn now enabled within competitive esports PUBG, but it definitely, didn't feel like it was the right decision. It felt it was rushed, it was bold. They spent a lot of their time with only 3 players, and when they did come back, they didn't execute the same way as we thought that that our solo player team could go forward. So it is what it is, and moving on to Rondo, it's you leave it behind and you look ahead.
Yeah, you leave it behind, you look ahead, you figure out what the main plan is, but now we're at the halfway mark. And halfway marks are pretty scary for these teams. It's not exactly an easy way for them to turn this game around. But at the end of the day, it's a community event. It's flexing on everybody around you. You know that you're good at this game. This is your foot in the door for a lot of esports teams. I know that we're also seeing teams from across the entire European Union. We're seeing the Balkan Eagles. I mean, they're representing their home areas. They're looking pretty good. So I'm thinking that they're going to be looking at some pretty dang solid games. But what I do want to see is, of course, what is this new map going to do to the main play style? We've seen players like Smoke who have taken a very flank-heavy position for both of those Erangel games. Then you saw players like 31. They boosted up. They sat on the top of this rock, and they were doing fairly well. So hopefully we can see a little bit more diversity from teams, because right now, if you are a team, you've been sticking to the same playbook, and if you're in that bottom 12 teams, you need to fix this up. But let's take a look at the scoreboard. It looks like we do have it updated for us.
Let's have a look, see what happened. Of course, a quick reminder of what happened from the previous game. Of course, SP Esports 23 points to really jump them up, with Viz finding themselves in second. But one team we didn't speak about much was Spoon Sleb, who were quietly in the corner, jumping up the board. They were slowly getting those kills, had a power position from step 1, and they found themselves comfortably in 4th, which really does shape up then the entirety of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very shaken up roster. Now, overall ranking score, though, let's see where people are actually going to place. Because yes, Spoon Sleb or Selb got a really solid start, but where does that put them after that first game? It only puts them at 7th, so they still have quite a ways to climb here. You do have, of course, Smoke Wall, even though they got, 14th last game, now they still get to be in 2nd place. So they've been dethroned, but Viz is very close to catching up to them. Team Mira is very close to catching up to them, and SP Esports is not even close. They are hands down leading this game right now.
They're leading, but still that gap can easily go. I would probably say right now your top 8 still in a shot to win this, because it takes one extremely good game and this whole leaderboard can get shaken up in these early phases. So don't rule out 7 Gaming, do not rule out Spoon Sleb, do not rule out 31, Mirror, Fizz, Smoke Wall to somehow dethrone SP Esports. But I guess the same could be said for some of the lower teams. We're only on, and you have to be real, we're only on map 3 now. We're about to cross into that halfway point after this game is finished. There's a lot that can change.
Yeah, there's a lot that can swap this game up here. And honestly, when we are looking at these scoreboards, I still have it on my other monitor, we're still looking at teams like Team Mira, who is in 4th. They're very consistent in aim. I mean, every time we're spectating them, if they're not getting shot from behind, if they're leading the charge and there's nobody there to execute them, they shred these players. They are I would argue Team Mira has the best aim across the board as a team average. Obviously, you have players on 4 dogs like Seda who are able to pop off. You have players on Hisense who are able to pop off. But at the end of the day, it's what your full stack can do, how much value each player brings. And I think Team Mira is the most consistent. And then there's SP Esports, who has pretty much, I think, just below Mira in aim, but their positioning takes the cake. It's why they're in better spots. They're not getting teamed. They're not getting shot in behind. That's what puts them above is, okay, we have full control over this lobby. And that's what I need to be seeing more from these guys. And there's a good chance that we are going to be seeing that.
Yeah, and you know, we can't have this conversation without talking about Viz and 31. Both equal when it comes to placement points, 9 placement points amongst each other, but it's the kill difference that really is making the factor. This is why we're seeing Viz in 3rd and 31 in 5th, because of what is literally a 4 kill difference that is changing this landscape. But this rivalry will brew until the bittersweet end. We've seen them engage once, we've seen them engage 2 times now, and both times, well, first time 31 got the upper hand, Viz got the upper hand this second time. So a different map can change that landscape and definitely overhaul. And talking of that map, it's not a pretty one. It's not my favorite. Rondo is a little big for my liking.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot slower of an early game. That's pretty much what we're hearing here. Maybe a 32-minute game if these guys want to bring it all the way out. I'm saying they survive in that very end there. But we're going to have a lot of teams towards maybe phase 6, you know, compared to what we just watched. I think we're going to be seeing maybe a team surviving. No team's getting wiped for the first 10 minutes, honestly. It's going to be really... There's a chance that someone misplays and that someone gets wiped, but, you know... One thing that I do know is last game we saw Hisense taking out their own player right away. So maybe we're seeing some trolling too. Maybe we're seeing some memeing around, but let's hopefully get ready to get into this game. Let's see what these players are going to be able to confirm with us here today as here at the Plausible Gaming Championship Season 7. We've seen a lot here. We've seen a lot of these teams. We've seen a lot of what they can do. And at this point, if you're a team competing, you're here to prove that you're the best in the community. Well, hands down.
We talk about being community. Where's my Panzerfaust? Where's the Panzerfaust? Where is it? I want an RPG straight in. But where is it?
Yeah, I gotta see it. But looking at Rondo here, I'm actually gonna be taking a look at the map early. There are a lot of choke points here or not choke necessarily, but there are a lot of points of contention. You got Stadium, you got Myran, you got Jadina, you got Rejiang. If they are able to spread out, it could be anywhere. I mean, we could go to Heimei Town if we really wanted to. We could go all over the place. But at the end of the day, it's going to be where are these players finding their main ideals. Now, of course, this is a map that has stun guns as a drop. Will we see a single stun?
Non-competitive.
It'll happen. Not a competitive?
No, they removed it.
They should keep it in.
I'm sorry.
I want to see it happen.
I'm sorry. But, you know, it would be interesting if they did put it in. It would beg the question if we see players using it. But, hey, it's a question we can ask. But the good news here, ladies and gentlemen, we are not splitting the planes. We are going off one plane because this map is that big. It's 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers. So it's not surprising that we sometimes get 2 planes doing a cross path or they're parallel to each other. Yeah, we could have a variety, but we're seeing a lot. JO10 looks like a hot drop, ladies and gents. Look at the players going around. I think 3 teams are looking that area. Actually, no, Quick and Dead is going towards Stadium, but I got hopeful there. I'm hopeful.
Fingers crossed. That's all I could say. Fingers crossed that we're going to be able to find some value here. But as we are landing now, as it's time to shine, you're seeing a team that we actually haven't gotten a lot of, and it's going to be Attack Fleed. I think it's Attack Field. I can't tell. But if we could see Attack Fleed being able to find some value, maybe, here's the thing. at this stage of the game, if you're a low-ranked team, your only goal is to take out SP Esports. If you're seed 16 and you take out SP, you have a much better time. But, what's going on with the Balkans here? Looks like they're getting run over.
Rule 1, hang on. Oh, wait, this ain't Rocket League. That was the world's most awkward encounter. I don't think any of them had a weapon on them.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit odd to just have people play bumper cars at the start, but Hisen's awful sad kid. This is the second game in a row where he's immediately eliminated, and that would make him pretty sad and kind of living up to his name. But as we're now on Rondo, it's now time to maybe find Balkan Eagles some points here. They managed to get 2 elims last game with 0 placement points. It's time for them to find some weapons, and they finally land in Stadium, a huge map with a lot of potential. And Hisen's already down a player. These are the guys who are insane solo. So looking at UNT, they might be able to find themselves the first one. But ooh, Chenko, incredibly low right off rip.
Yeah, it's a dangerous position to find yourself in. No cover, no one there to protect you. They could, if they want to, go and push up, and he has to go for the commit. Carlo, unable to swing round to get the kill for himself, but thankfully he's got team to help him out now. Hisense down to 2 who are standing. Make that 1 left who is standing. The flush comes through. And this is disaster. But if you are the Ultra North tryhard, you are not on the bottom of the leaderboard anymore.
Yeah, you're not online. It's going to be tough, but Hisense, oh my goodness, where is your team? Where are your guys already? I mean, I thought that this was going to be a little bit slower for how large the map is, but apparently everybody has just a hive mind when it comes to where they're dropping. Luckily, Hisense is able to get their last player out of there, and UNT will be able to be successful in getting some points early for the first time this series.
At the same time, where we're watching, Hung Shan is a very common hot drop for the southern region of the map. I'm not surprised we are seeing a team overlap, but the other areas of note is common hot drops, of course, Stadium, Test Track, you know, Dangqing is another area that we like to see a lot of gunfights happen. Everyone avoids the big old city because it's practically useless, but the common spots, yeah, I'm not surprised we had 2 teams land in the same area.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, not gonna lie, but let's see. Are we gonna be having less of the teams now that they've managed to get some guns, now they've managed to leave each other out? You do have Smoke Wall. Looks like they're doing a decent job splitting up here, and you know, general idea of what they want to do to get into the phase, leaning towards the first ring. They're going to cross over that border, not going to even have to worry about it for a couple minutes here. Pretty smart. They are, unfortunately for them, walking right into 7 Gaming, who I don't think is set up quite yet. So if they're fast enough, they could punish this.
I tell you what, Smoke Wall is going to try some pop shots. Not gonna land, but if that's just one bad news, how about the team that's sitting all the way inside of the factory? Of course, the Nexus factory right next door to the test track. And that is gonna be a dangerous position as well. The Nexus factory is great fun to play in, especially if you're online.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, though, now you look at Smoke Wall, who's saw 7 Gaming. They've now noticed an enemy team that they want to take out, and they're on the chase. And of course, they want to win the game, so they're a chicken chaser, which is our next code here. All capitals, chicken chaser, no spaces. They are here to try to take that win back. Remember, they are in 2nd place, and to get the golden chicken at the end, you have to win as many points as possible. So they're on the hunt, and they're actually walking right into Jonah here. They're walking right into a team that hasn't placed high, but has done a lot of early game damage in these sets.
Yeah, I need to be careful, though, because they're so exposed. They're walking into a team. Well, if they're not careful, Joven, they've got themselves a compound. They can play off this. However, if Smoke Wall finds it's a little too difficult, they have options here. They can back away. We can see as well there is another compound. I say compound. It's a beautiful house up for sale in lovely Rando. 4-bedroom, detached.
I want to buy it.
Only downfall. There's been some deaths in there, and it's in a war zone.
Fair enough. I mean, to be honest, I feel like that the property taxes here are pretty non-existent if the government gets overthrown. So, pretty good, solid strats here for the housing market. But look at this, it's Viz in the market for kills. They want to keep up going, and they're oh my god, flying through the air, landing onto a telephone pole. Not exactly an optimal here, but as they want to keep on driving up, they're looking for more value. Phase 1 is going to be still acting its way through at 3 minutes here. And still, not a single team has fallen. So I was assuming that we're going to have 0 team deaths by 10 minutes. 3 minutes to prove me right.
I think with this map and the way that zone is, realistically, I'm going to disappoint you. First zone team wipes should be rare. However,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
A Panzerfaust will do the job. I want a Panzerfaust to come in.
Maybe. But 7 Gaming versus Joven. Oh my goodness.
Is there a pixel you can read off that? Hell, that is
He got the pick. got the head little tink.
Impressive. Nonetheless,
I mean,
Smoke Wall also
Smoke Wall.
going for that fight as well. So 2 teams battling it out on poor little Joven. You know, sitting in 13th right now. Not anymore after we just saw Ultra North get 3 kills. I'm not... They're going to be worried.
Just a little bit. I think they might be a decent amount pushed back here, but... Oh my god, Smoke Wall. They just got completely shredded. XRTZ is gone, and... Oh, Joven ate that grenade, though. Zerfy wanting to back it up. I mean, yes, they might be down a player already, but that doesn't mean Smoke Wall doesn't want to get the vengeance going. But
look
Joven,
at this.
They're using their teammates as a bait.
It's clever, but it's dangerous because now he's out in the open. Oh, he needs just a little bit of a body. There's the shot. Down to low health. Can he get the second shot? Come on.
Oh, he's panicking. He's shooting too fast. He's not letting the reset happen, and unfortunately... He's not going to be able to get some value, leaving Tylogan all alone. Tylogan, what's your plan here?
He's got the outside of the building. He can play angles here. Just needs to be careful because if somebody comes to his rear or the right side, he is screwed. That's going to be creative. Throw in a gas canister, blow it up, create your own little molly, which is exactly what Smoke will do to him. Now that window's inaccessible.
Ooh. Nice shot, Zerfy. And that's going to be the flanker down, which means for Joven, it's 1 left. And it's just going to be Tylogan setting up a barrier, trying to back him up. He's now flanked, and it's a complete execution. And there goes the first team. 30 seconds off. And actually, I was wrong. You were wrong. Yeah, no, we did see the first team eliminated before the 10-minute mark in phase 1.
I'm putting down my headsets. I regret everything that I have said. And you were right. You wanted something in the first phase, and you got it in the first phase by 20 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, 15 to go as phase 2 opens up. Map should have shrunk, and I'm desperately curious. What are we looking like for this? Where is it going? We knew it was going east. But is it staying east?
I don't know. I'm looking at this team, and I'm looking at the whole map. I mean, lots of people are kind of bunkered in. Smoke Wall, they know that they just got an advantage here, but they still lost a player. So with this pick, with this fight that's over, other teams might want to go for them. So they have to try to scare them off. But 31 Gaming on top of the hill executes Hike, and that's going to be huge. Hike Tube is down, and there is Viz in a angle to keep this game going and maybe just completely turn this around. But at the end of the day, it's all about how this team can reset themselves moving forward, as I'm looking at a decent turnaround here.
Nice. I think, yeah, he's got the blue chip of X-Riz. He's going to get him respawned back in. So this is why we're seeing him go out of the zone, out of his way to get the respawn in. But here's your zone. Oh, it's 50-50 with that river in the middle, because it could be Lo Hu Zeng or it could be Mayran. But this other side, it could be the Nexon factory we're heading to. There is too many 50-50 factors, and a big hill on that northwest side, which could be a height advantage, almost a wet dream for some if they want to attack, go in and try and push that.
There we go. A little bit of a, as you said, a wet dream. Not a lot of water on this map, so I'm hoping it's not the other thing. Now looking at Tuho going in for a little bit of an angle here. Overall, Viz is looking clean, even if they're down one player. They got caught out, but their whole goal right now is placements. You still have 4 dogs on their team. We saw very prominent in first map thanks to Sada. Not really doing too much. They're just kind of walking around here. Weapon-wise, they're doing okay. Armor-wise, they're not too shabby. And they have a decent amount of utility in the heal department, but no smokes on Biz. Hoping that we're going to be seeing this team not caught out because they're very out in the open. But I think due to the size of this map, you could kind of just wander here for a decent amount of time.
You wander, and then eventually you get to your destination. And when you arrive there, 9 out of 10, someone's already bunkered up and taking you out. That is just the usual case of Randon. But another quiet phase. Again, we're not going to see too much happen in phase 2. Just players deciding which side of this semi-river are we heading to. And then we allow phase 3 to either keep us confused or decide for us. 9 out of 10, it was to remain at 50-50. So let's find out in 20 seconds where we're going.
There we go. Mortars. You can hear the bombs falling. And honestly, lots of angles here. UNT actually 3 kills down already thanks to the little bit of feeding that High Sense gave them. So they're not doing too shabby, but they're also really content with where they're at right now. But already this map is shrinking tight, and all of these teams, you have so many that haven't been taken out already, are going to be fighting. And where's the setup? Where's the time to shine? And wait a minute, is High Sense still alive somewhere on this map? Is there
Somewhere.
one player hiding?
Somewhere amongst the mist it is.
There's one guy.
We've got a glider in the air. That's 3 gliders on Quick and Dead. That is crazy. I have not seen any team go for 3 gliders. No, it's a different team with a glider. Oh, that's impressive.
You got to add some verticality to this map. I mean, now we're doing some basic GTA strategies here. But Quick and Dirty on that high ground actually has two with them here, and actually no, it's 2 gliders for Quick and Dirty.
No, 3 is 3.
It's 3. It's 3 for Quick and Dirty.
There was 4 in the air, which they took down 1, and there's another one. But from above, these guys, they can snipe well, and it makes it harder to hide. You've got to take out gliders fast.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a tough shot to hit. A lot of players haven't had a lot of experience having to shoot at the things in the sky, but it looks at Quick and Dirty. They're actually doing drive-bys. No, flybys here for the team. And Sweaty Farmers is going to... Oh, poor Can't Believe, man, we got ran over in that kill feed. But overall, things are looking fairly good for Quick and Dirty. But I think now, what a shot here from UNT right out of the sky. And the falling is what executes them. So I think the gliders have finally been punished. And the funny fly strats are now finally dead.
Not just yet. There's still one, but he's burning. The vehicle health is low. He's going to look to try and gently put this down. You can jump and parachute, but you expose yourself to everybody if you try that strat. There's no good way out of this. It's crash land or parachute in. And the option, crash land.
Here we go. 7 Gaming. Finishing off another player for QND, and UNT is going to actually steal one. Huge for them. They need as many points as they can get. Smoke Wall, though, off of Zerfy's triple kill, still staying alive. Now has their entire team back. XRTZ is back. So big revive there. Sweaty Farmers losing 1 player, but now it's just... Oh, it's Zerfy. A perfect molly right into the team, but he's not holding it. He just knows, okay, I'm doing damage. I'm scaring him back. High sends. There we go. Finally being taken out. 1 player not able to clutch it up in the same way Sada did, but unfortunately enough, Smoke Wall, I'm not looking at them being hyper aggressive here. They know that they have to go for later, and it's just a bit too early to try to commit to these fights.
They've already got 4 kills on the board, and even finishing a game with 4 kills is respectable. Get to late game, more will come up, more opportunities, more fights will come about. So why be hyper aggressive when you don't need to? The only problem they have is that phase 4 zone has gone north of them, and they will have to leave at some point. So that's the only downside. But right now, just take some picks, see if you can catch people on rotation, and then push for a zone.
So to see it. I mean, maybe we could find it, but again, this is the same strat that we've kind of seen in the first 2 maps. I mean, I could be wrong here, but the last time I checked, one person or Smoke Wall has always been the team that's been behind, the one team that's been able to flank really well. And wait, 31 Gaming taking out a player for
Lynx.
SP.
Lynx in play, and for those who don't know, Lynx is a 1-tap from chest and above. So do not get shot by that. And SPE Sports, our current leaders, getting... I don't know if that was that them eliminated or them eliminating.
Pretty solid. Pretty set up. I mean, what we're looking at now is just very clean. Viz able to now try to punish UNT, who's on a spree right here. 6 kills. I think they are leading in the lobby right now, but Ultra Tryhard, their northern team is not looking too hot anymore as they're getting pincered. Viz is here, and they're only down to 2.
Tags coming in. 7 Gaming is able to push up. Well, 7 Gaming got the attack. It was Viz who got it done and dusted. It was no good news for them. Ultra North Tryhard, I tell you what, they miss out on the placement points, but they will, at this, if no one else was gaining any points, they'd jump up to 12th. From 16th to 12th, that's a great position to find themselves.
Oh, great flank on a chain reaction here, and they're taking a lot of damage, but all 4, they want to finish off Balkan Eagles, but unfortunately for the Balkan team, they are also getting help here for chain reaction, getting shot by 31, getting shot by everybody. We're using every single smoke we have. Every piece of util in the hands of Miracle, and they're trying, but oh my god, 7 Gaming just absolutely shredded. Attack fled, and that is huge. That could be a full pick here. Smoke Wall, the flankers back online. Another shot down.
The thing is, that's a huge amount of information. They know distance and they know where to push. So with those players down, they could, if they want, go for the push. They're gonna see some of these points, Team Mirror, but not all of them. However, Bolton Eagles, gotta be careful. You got a lurker coming from the back, and that's gonna say thank you for the free pick. And they continue to keep pushing. Chain reaction, they're not done and dusted. Can't find the final, but finally, they get it done.
And there's Team Mira in the aim department. Across it, just execution. And this pushed in by Smoke, and what a turnaround. That's going to be an executed player here quite well. And no, it's Zerfy, the kill leader, the guy who's done the most. But inside of the ring, Stratos can't finish the job. He's going to just have to get himself out. Viz, 2 players alive.
He's dead in the zone. He's too far away.
He can make it. He's just got to run.
No, he's going to die. He's going to keep pushing forward, and then he's going to have to heal. That zone's about to be moving in very soon. He's dead. I'm sorry, but he did a heroic dive, but it won't last for too long. All of our top teams, though, are struggling. Smoke Wall down to Nice, left alive. Viz down to 2. This is huge.
Ooh, Smoke Wall is eliminated. What a shot from Viz, and that's just an insane turnaround. And Stratos is still breathing here, and he gets a car. You said he was dead. I call a cap on that.
It's stand corrected.
Out. Oh, beautiful. And they actually managed to walk away with a huge pick. And oh, okay, 7 Gaming. All right, you're going to be the one to kind of slow that team down. Now Stratos is gone. So he made it out of the ring, but he did not have a good time once he got there. But again, Jesus, grown. lots of these pot shots from 7 Gaming landing their mark relative to other teams that tried it. Team Mira, though, and 4 Dogs going after the gaming squads, and 5 kills just for the player Haven. And Mira will keep on going with 7 Gaming and 31 Gaming. All the number gaming teams are taken out slowly. More picks, but Grown not quite done from his top. It's going to be Fanta FPS to take out 31 Gaming Flames. And that's just going to be a knockdown, but will we see enough cover to get anybody picked back up?
Yeah, this is a horrible zone. Look how open it is. Barely any hills to play off. I feel sorry for the entire lobby, because you've got to think tactically here. You've got to use up all your utility early on just to stay alive from Grown's onslaught.
I mean, that's what you got to be doing with the Mini 14, but he's running low on ammo, so eventually this will stop when he just runs out. I mean, it's a strat, but ooh, Spawn trying to fight him back. Might be able to just push these players, but 7 Gaming, they still have 3 players, even though they lost 1, and you do have quite an angle. I think this is the only spot in the zone left with cover that can be sufficient.
No, there is a huge one that Mira have control of. It is in the center, so there's some decent cover, but when this zone moves, please push away. Oh, Mira blessed. They are blessed with the zone, and they get to keep it. Meanwhile, 7 Gaming have to be the ones that push all the way out into no man's land and try and push up.
You know, that's the thing, though. I still think that this position, it's not that great for Mira, because it's going to be forcing a lot of close quarter combat, and everyone has snipers. Like, this guy's got Mini 14, this guy's got a Dragonov. Like, what's going on here? So the second that a team uses some util to get close, it's going to be really hard here to actually just get their close quarter combat fights in, because if one person has an AR, well, shreds Mira. But Mira, they're playing Balloons Tower defense. They are the monkey sniper tower. They are doing their best.
They're doing well. I'm not even mad at this. This is a beautiful position to be in, as we are seeing that that's not good. Molly your own teammate instead of rezzing them. That's not how it goes. But 31 is also getting peppered down as another player of Flames gets destroyed. Mira on 10 kills and adding to the tally.
Fair enough. I mean, solid games from both ends, and might see a little bit more. Shaq able to drop another one. 31 Gaming, not on their high ground, their typical one, but oh no, the side shots from Mira. It's just one left. And that's going to be a finished off kill. 31 Gaming down to, I think, their last player. No, they still have 2 left. Yeah, just enough, but nope. 7 Gaming being able to finish off another one. 4 Dogs here. Forgot they were in the game. They haven't done a lot of damage yet. They're still at 0 kills. They're just playing placement. And there we go. We're in the top 4 with somehow 4 Dogs just completely playing it passive.
Sway Farmers also 1 player left alive on their side. He's just playing zone, trying to stay alive, allow these teams to fight each other. Maybe commentators shouldn't speak about amongst the stragglers as Sweaty Farmers gets eliminated. This is Mira's game here, though. If Mira does not finish this off, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, they have the best angles. They got the pretty much optimal location within this ring. And 7 Gaming, though, is just going to be trying to get as many picks here as possible. They're leading. 12 kills down now. So even if Mira beats them in the very end here, I think 7 Gaming walks away with more points.
I've got to do the maths here. Mira, 20... It'll be 22 they would end at, depending on if they get a couple more here. Might make
Mira's at 12 kills too. Never mind. They're definitely taking this. Oh my goodness. 13 kills. I forgot how good Haven is at 8 elims. What?
Yeah, that's a normal Sunday for him.
Apparently so. Not a normal Sunday for anyone else in this lobby, though, so a little bit of a gap here.
Oh, I think this exposed position might cost him his head, might cost him his life, but he gets away. It's risky, it gives you great sightline, but be over-aggressive, it can cost you. Yes, you have the man advantage, but Mira can't be cocky. 7 Gaming have been strong.
Trying to see if they have what it takes. Obviously, 7 Gaming still has 3. They still have enough people to maybe take a chunk out of Mira. And if 7 Gaming manages to flip this, they take first. 13 versus 12. 7 Gaming gets 4 here, bumps up to 16. And that could be just enough. They might have a chance of tying in the kill department, but it's, again, that first place that matters most. And, oh my god, we got a zip line. I'm curious as to what is this trying to accomplish here?
Do you want to try again? Show us, buddy. Apparently, it's something I've never been able to use a zip line personally, but clearly there is a strategy that we're not knowing about.
I think they're just playing around here. They know that 7 Gaming can't push, so set up as best as you can. Honestly, a really solid zipline strategy is actually just put it across the map. You know, do a little Pathfinder moment, or yeah, from from Apex, being able to just shoot a zipline straight across it on a just flat ground, like right across the ground, and just zip to get you faster from cover to cover. And they could set it up right now, but I think what's happening here is 7 Gaming knows the ring. They are taking the gamble. If Mira, with their more players, has it lean towards them, it's GG Mira. If it leans towards 7 Gaming, there's a good argument that 7 Gaming just completely shuts them down.
Well, 18 seconds, and then we get to find out, and both sides, gun heavy. I'm seeing decent util, decent heals, especially on Grown. So, as we clock down the final 3 seconds, who's getting advantage? Pretty even. This could stalemate again just a bit longer, because a lot of the Mira players can hug the wall, or at least use some of that hill advantage. But 7 Gaming, they've got that cover because they're climbing uphill. So no surprise, this is going to be a stalemate.
I mean, you can't stalemate in this game. So I'm kind of under the impression that they could just turn this game around.
Very much. We've seen a couple of repairs going in, so a repair kit's been tossed around between the players, making sure they're coming in with full health, full ability. But who's the one who's going to overstretch? Casso getting a bit impatient. And that's all you're relying on, is that tiny bit of impatience to be the bane of your existence.
They got time. That's the thing. We know both of these teams are smart enough not to be too aggro. 7 Gaming, Kashu might try it, but they know they're down. By all means, they do not want to go for this. And honestly, shout out to our production. Beautiful split screen. Seeing both of their POVs. Seeing who's going to be able to peek first. And Mira is the one to give it up. Obviously, the ring favored 7. It's time to sign. It's time for them to start moving up. But Grown, he's been the guy who gets the picks. He's trying to catch up with Haven.
What I love from this is they've slightly moved to the west side. They had South 7 Gaming. Now they've got that west bank as well to try and stop the rotation, because Mira naturally wanting to take northwest. They've got northeast right now, but they will want to rotate through. Now we head into overtime, ladies and gentlemen, as phase 9 kicks in. 2 minutes 40 for the zone to completely enclose on itself. So get as central as possible and wait it out.
Here we go. Smokes are out. Mira starting to push in, taking their time. Grown, just like his name suggests, he's amongst the grass. He's waiting to see if he can kick some ass. He's waiting for these guys to peek out along these trees. But no, it's not going to be easy here, as 7 Gaming still is in an optimal position. They have pretty much full control over the largest points on this spot. They've camped the rocks. They're getting some info. They've camped the trees. And Mira, I think they have a single car to give them enough cover for this next fight.
They have an advantage. If they want to Hail Mary it, they could. It's risky, but they have the ability to quick rotate. Now we're going to get some util, some nades to start going in. That's the first
Oh my god,
blood.
Mira just shreds. 1, 2, and that's 2, and now it's just going to be 1 remaining. Mira just doesn't want to miss. And that's going to be a finishing blow. Again, another one for FaZekin, but the ring, it's closing in. It's time. Mira keeps it going. It's just 1 remaining. Can we see? Kashu, you're stuck out, and it's going to be a full blitz. And winner, chicken dinner for Mira. The pug in the hat is absolutely gaming.
Yeah, Mira just took it slowly. They took their time. They didn't over-aggress. And then when that moment came, boom, executed at the right time. And it was literally just one head, one flash that gave them that information. And that's what they went off. And it's risky, but it works. So hats off, Mira. But we have to give credit to 7 Gaming, because at the same time, the opportunity for them to go and win was at the same level. I would probably say if there was that extra player, of course, naturally there was more even case, but even with 3,
even if it was even, they just got completely flanked and folded. I mean, they didn't get a shot on Mira. It was just Mira swung, execution. Not a single player was down on Mira. So even if numbers were a contention, it didn't matter. But Hyper, that means that we have Mira handedly in first place, I believe.
Smoke will got a few points, of course. SP I think got a couple. We'll have to check. I tell you what, we got a really nice break coming up next while we work out the numbers.
So you better be starving, and you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching, and every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you've always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life. Believe.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dance. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs
out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
And welcome back, everybody. After a pretty intense set that we're looking at here, we're seeing some teams just constantly fighting for that top 5 spot, but there are 3 that are blowing us away out of the water and into the new frying pan. That's right, we have another map for us here. My name is Edu. I'm still joined by Hyperactive. Hyper, what are we thinking about our next map?
What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Oh, it's a lot nicer. It's a lot more enclosed. It's a lot more reasonable in my eyes, where we can get some proper first ring battles. We can get some second ring battles. We can get a lot out of this. But I tell you what, let's have a quick look at the previous game before we go all too far. And no surprise, Team Mirror, they've been working their way up this board. They've been slowly climbing and getting to a position of power, with a huge 16 eliminations and 10 kills.
Yeah, but you still have teams like Four Dogs consistently getting in the top. Now, this is the second game, however, where Smoke Wall didn't get into the top 5. So they used to lead in the first game. They've kind of fallen from grace. 31 Gaming stepping up the plate, getting more placement, and this time the same amount of elim. Sweaty Farmers, though, we know them as the first team to lose, and now they're in the top 5 for the post-match 3. However, SP Esports, they didn't get a single point last game, not one for the record books, and they were winning pretty well. Now Team Mira, I think, is in first handedly because SP Esports just completely dropped the ball, not a single elim. So let's see where they go.
Well, this is PUBG. It can swing, it can turn, it can make a difference, and I tell you what, this is some difference. Mira, you said that SP looks untouchable, and now they are touchable. Look at that. A jump up, a different position. Team Mirror at the top. SP in second. 7 Gaming in third. Smoke Wall, who was leading all this, because they've also didn't do as well they wanted, finding themselves joint 4th with Viz. This is a definite shake-up for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a shakeup. I mean, obviously, you saw a very poor standing from that last game with SP. They're still in second. They're 2 points behind now Mira. So there's a good chance that they just recover here. Other teams do need to recover fairly well. I mean, we haven't really talked about the bottom end of that, but let's just jump into the game and find out if the bottom will stay the bottom, because consistently we've been looking at UNT, Balkan Eagles, and Attack Field as the bottom players. So are those teams going to start picking up the pace? You know, Chain Reaction was really close. They got 8 elims last game, yet they still only placed 10 in the entirety of the set. So I need to see if they can turn this around.
I do hope they can turn around in this entire thing. I hope they could jump up the board and just keep it all entertaining. But at the same time, we've already established this top nature team, this top 6 that we have. Mira, SP7, Smoke, Viz, 31, and the 4... I guess you could put 4 Dogs in Spoon Seb, are really kind of the top group, and they really have shown consistency with their gameplay. So as much as I would love to say Attack Field or Balakan Eagles or Joven or the Ultra North stepping up and making an incredible win. Yes, it'd be incredible, but it's highly unlikely with the way this top 8 are playing.
Yeah, couldn't say it better myself. I mean, there's a lot of powerhouses and there's a lot of under powerhouse. It's gonna be tough, but I'm sure they'll be able to figure this out, as we are now getting into another game, a little bit more on that East Asian theme. And 7 Gaming already. Okay, first off, awful sad kid, why are you always killed first? He has been the first blood 3 games in a row now.
Fact. Just put a stamp on that fact. That it's not good, but at the same time, we can see Hisense and 7 Gaming hot dropping into the same area. I love to fight here. It's great fun. CQB with a little bit of ranged angles to play off. It is intense, as we can see. Darius, he's got a shotgun in hand. He needs to get a lot closer for that to be somewhat so impactful. As he gets spotted, has to dip away. And Grown will start hunting.
There we go. Hunt for more. 7 Gaming. They know that they're better than Hisense. That's a lot of ego here, but will that ego be punished? Grown now incredibly low, having to get around the wall. It does, just in time, be able to get around. And 7 Gaming, as they take the advantage, knocks out another player for Hisense. Awful sad kid, still bleeding out. Weegu not doing too good either, as it's going to be an execution. And 7 Gaming starts off the game with the first kill.
Yeah, this is not great if you are Hisense. You're 11th right now. You're not a bad team in any shape or form, but this is definitely not a team you want to be against to start things off. And the angles just keep coming through. 1 to go, and 1 alive to keep Hisense alive.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. And nice, good shots here. 7 Gaming executing yet another one, and it's just gonna be 1 remaining, and that's Grown. 3-minute kill for a first team down. Hisense, I believe with that loss, it is guaranteed they cannot win this tournament. No, look at the numbers. There's no chance.
You know what? I believe in you.
We're in map 4.
Uh-huh.
And Hisense averages rank 11 with 8 points.
True. Yeah. I've done the maths off in my head. I can agree. I can concur. I'm thinking of wild scenarios where it has been seen that teams have got 30. Whoa, hold up. Pause.
Oh god, that's a trek.
Zone. That is a zone. I love these zones. A super south one.
I don't know if you noticed this, but sweaty farmers are so far away. Oh my god, they're gonna have to be spending most of this game holding the W key. This is gonna be tough.
Hey, W's all the way. That's what they're thinking, is that if they can take a bit of blue damage, it's fine. Especially phase 1 and 2 blue damage. It's a walk in the park for them. They're not stressed. They're not worried. What will be difficult for them later on is the choke points, because again, much like we saw in Erangel map 2, it was half of it is outside of a playable area. So a lot more teams are confined to fight each other early on in this game.
Let's see it then. Early on, it's time to kind of game. It's time to see who is the best, who's going to be able to absolutely pop off here. And I'm looking at 4 dogs wanting to maybe jump onto spawn. And if they can get onto Spontane, if they can get onto this team, that could be some pretty big... Ooh, wait. It's the bottoms. Balkan Eagles versus UNT. We've seen them a lot battling who gets 16th, and it looks like they're going to be starting off with a fight that they want to take. If they can just knock these guys down, they're protecting. Someone needs to be at the bottom, and it's not going to be us, says the Balkans.
The old Hyundai wheels taken away. Won't be able to drive that thing out for any longer. Balkan Eagles, they're deciding, they're weighing up. They're being hesitant to whether they want to push the Ultra Norths. Because last time round, and all you have to do is flash back to the previous map, Ultra Eagles played aggressive in CQB and won.
Yeah, that is true. But now, as we are getting into this game, it's time for a giveaway here. Remember, these guys hot dropped, and in celebration of the first kill in 3 minutes, we're going to use the code Hot Drop Heroes. But Hot Drop Hero, HOTDROPHERO, no spaces, all caps. You guys can use that code. It's in the Twitch chat, in the chat for all of our streams. Make sure you go and apply your code for a chance to win 2,000 PUBG points. But what a play! They just car bombed right into the door to try to maybe spook these guys a bit. Balkan Eagles, great synergy, but are they going to start holding that W key?
Hang on a minute, I need to change my underwear. It's not white anymore. I got scared from explosions. Well, that's what I hope they're saying is what the Ultra North are calling out. But Ultra North, they're fighting a two-faced front here. They've also having to fight 31, of which that's a fantastic knock to show presence that they may be at the bottom of this leaderboard, but they are far from out of this game.
There we go. Far from out. Another pick here. Kashu right onto Gianna. And a nice showcase from 7 Gaming. Getting another pick down. Proving that they're just here. They are the Hot Drop Hero. And they will continue to find these trades, find these picks. And SP Esports hold up. Another rough start for them. Losing a player very early to Joven, a team that is currently ranked 10.
No matter the rank, they don't care. They don't care at all. We stick with Ultra North. We stick with the Balkan Eagles. Again, this little stalemate between them has allowed for Ultra North to spread out more. It's also allowed Laurent to get just that bit closer to see what information he can spice up from it all.
All right, Balkan Eagles. The car bombs have been working. It's time to now fly on in. And Estrella falling here to Gideon. Another solid pickup and another sad start for SP. Our rank 1 falling to rank 2. Now might fall to rank 5 if they can't start cleaning this up.
Talking of cleanups, how about this? The util swarming the edge around the Ultra North. That nade just getting all so close, and they're having to run out in the open. Not surprised if any shots come through, because 31 Gaming also pop-shotting the same team. Ultra North are just stuck between a hard wall and bullets that are firing from both sides. But Balkan, they've gone from one compound and forcibly pushed Ultra North out of theirs.
Here we go. Tarzan coming in. UNT Balkan, they're just going for it. Wait, look at McIntosh. He's a little bit late to the party, and is he too late? Laurent is going to be able to grab a pick here, but Viz here on Chain Reaction getting a pick of their own. Lots of damage being dealt. UNT has been dropped a few, and now as only 2 players are up, they have to pick it up. And oh my god, SP Esports is not having a good time. This time 4 Dogs is going to jump on in with some damage, and clean as ever, they keep this moving. And looking at Laurent, there's a good chance that they just lock this down.
Balkan Eagles and Ultra North, I don't know if they fully know that 31 has a number on them, but just to add insult to injury, 7 Gaming is here as well. So they too will start to get a bit aggressive as immediately Ultra North put some bullets in, aren't able to get that knock that they're wanting. As they slowly increase up. We jump over to Chain Reaction and Viz. This has been happening in the background. This is an open field, an open area where Viz, again, being patient, waiting for Chain Reaction to over-aggress.
And here we go. That's Balkan Eagles. They're here to execute. They're here to finish off the start, and that's another one down. But where's the final player? We do have a revive coming out here for McIntosh, but UNT just behind the door. Chain Reaction finally finding a little bit of a return sender to Viz. That kill feed's been lining up for us, but UNT, they're going to be losing their players here. Balkan finishing off one and looking for the final. In the smoke, it's going to just be you. 7 Gaming's here to shine, though, and 7 Gaming is going to get immediately punished. Vulcan Eagles loses a player as well. So much damage is dealt, but 7 Gaming, they're the ones to clean up the mess that has been left by this fight as Chain Reaction continues to picks onto Vis, and everyone here for Vulcan has to just keep backing up and try to now play on the defensive as it's Ultra eliminated again. It's 31 Gaming, 7 Gaming. Every gamer is here in this garage shredding up these players.
Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. 1 pound bullet. It's coming in. 7 Gaming gets another to say thank you very much. But Valor can have answers. They're not alone. They're not willing to give it all up as it's down to Makatosh.
There we go.
Last alive. He's got a superhero with him. Now Makatosh is put to the floor. 1 to go. It's a one-on-one battle. It's aggressive. Superman has to come around the outside. Nearly gives his position away. Master darts around the car as 7 Gaming takes it all.
Dude, Groan is just so good at clutching those. 7 HP, and now he has enough time to revive just 1 remaining player on their team. But it's a lot of damage dealt. And 7 Gaming is already at 8 kills. Remember, these guys are currently sitting in 3rd place at 33 points. SP Esports is at 37, and with the amount of picks that they've been losing to, there's a chance. But now it's Mira back again with more damage. Another one here for this team, and we might be seeing more and more in fan FPS. Keep it going as another one keeps falling, and this is the bottom seed. Literally 16 versus 1.
Yeah, a little unfair of a fight, but I tell you what, Mira coordinated like that. Done, dusted, gone. Attack field, nothing to contribute, nothing to add towards their scoreboard. We're down to 11 teams. Remember, top 8 do get positional points. We're only on, well, we're about to close out phase 2. We're about to head in phase 3. That's a lot of teams gone early.
Yeah, lots of teams early, but I think that's what this map really offered us, was a lot of hot drops and a ring that forced players to have to walk into each other. You know, very far trek for most of them. Nobody really was anticipating such a obscure zone. But as Mira's just gonna, you know, loot the corpses, desecrate the bodies, and get themselves in a car and get out of Dodge, it's time to get in that ring because the phase is ending. And we don't really want to take too much damage here. We don't want to burn through half of our healing. Look at Facekin. He's got no packs, no meds.
Nothing there, but his team's there. Look at that.
There we go.
Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful is all we can say to that. Meanwhile, Mr. Observers, can we get a look on the map? Because we haven't actually looked at where this ring has gone. We had a brief look earlier on, but I feel we need a good old little update as they sort out that side of things. 7 Gaming, let's talk about that aggression, that push that we just saw from them. It was risky to go for a fight, as we're seeing that ring go to the west. It was aggressive from 7 Gaming. It definitely wasn't necessarily needed, but I respect the commitment to go and get the flush.
There we go. You still wait? What? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? What is Stratos and Duo doing out there still? Like, they're so far in the ring, and it looks like they're just taking the scenic route here. They're going around the vistas, maybe getting some selfies. Like, they're on a vacation on this island.
Hey, did you not know how beautiful this place is? Like, it's #1 on Trustpilot. 5 stars, Trustpilot. You know, would recommend. Talking of would recommend, how about Mira and their bullets? Those 5.56s and 7.6 whatevers. I ain't no gun nerd. Absolutely flying in and quick and dirty. Well, it's quick and they're feeling dirty because now Mira's doing a drive-by. Oh, just like it is in New York.
Did you just make a joke about shootings in my country?
No.
Fair enough. I did. Anyway, so getting into the next one here. At least he didn't say schools, but looking at Mira keeping this up, we're seeing a lot of amazing game plans here for these guys. And so far, you still have just, yeah, they're on vacation. They're just taking the gliders out for a spin. Too far to be taken down. And Mira, Am I looking at 5 kills, 4 players still standing? That's pretty solid. Now, you still have 7 Gaming. I think 2 players left for them. I could be wrong, unless it's just Grown here. I think it might just be Grown left.
Yeah, I think it is. The thing is, 7
Wait, he's
Gaming...
going headfirst into Mira?
No, he did not realize that. And he's lost a tire. He's screwed. He's out in the open. All he has to do is try and stick with the car. Ghost the whip. Get out of there. He is not alone. There is one more player still standing somewhere, but nonetheless.
That was
Now
such a toss, though.
Mira's out of position. They've gone aggressive, trying to get that pick onto 7 Gaming, and now this has allowed Spontaneous Sleb to go and take some easy picks from them.
Easy picks might be the game. Might be the plan. It's going to be pretty tough.
You know who's been chilling? Smoke Wall. We haven't spoken to them for a while. Hello. That is a creepy ass face. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit creepy. Let's see. Hike, Chubb. They're just kind of floating down. This is just taking a little bit of a scenic route. Again, 11 teams remaining. And did they just land on a guy? Oh my god, they did. They landed right on Smoke Wall. Oh no! Such a silly spot for a guy to be sitting, and yet an unfortunate end to Straco. So now, look at Sweaty Farmers. They never shoot. And I think Jacob might be taken down for that. Like, he could have gotten someone downed and killed, but instead he just takes his time and just stares.
It's trigger discipline at the wrong time. Like, I always respect a team that will be patient, that will, you know, not pull the trigger as Viz. Oh, that... oh, he was first-hand witness to the drive-by of his own teammate. Wow, that was that's impressive. But this is critical. All Viz has to do here is wait, and that is it. He's got people around him. There's a chance they could accidentally run him over and they wouldn't even realize, but that's 1 nade away from 3 easy kills.
Ooh, another pick. Nice from Mira, nice from Joven. Doing a little bit of damage back and forth to each other. And, of course, a BBQ is not finding too much value from 4 dogs here, but we are looking at Gav getting 1, Selb getting another. Sweaty Farmers finally shooting, and they're actually being able to take down 1 player here. 7 Gaming eliminated in 11th place. However, they got so many early eliminations that I don't think they're too upset about that. Now, are they going to be able to catch up with Mira now? Absolutely not. It's going to have to wait till next game.
Tell you
4
what,
dogs keeping up. Sada. Oh, Sada.
I was going to point out 4 dogs have been aggressive. They're being aggressive once again. 4 kills to the name as it was 3, but thank you, Gav. Gav doing the job. But this is a cluster. An absolute cluster F is the only term that I can say for this as we hop back to Viz. Surely now you start to move. Like, you can physically see the smoke. You know someone's there. No. Oh no, this is even worse again. There's another player who's right next to... Oh my god. There's somebody inside the brick building. It's everybody just standing amongst each other and not realizing who's who.
It's not great. It's not great. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be seeing a lot of value coming from a lot of these teams now. They're just in these positions where Mira is just completely cooking them here.
Panzerfast! Smoke Wall getting dropped down via Panzerfast. I'm happy. It wasn't a car, but it will do. I get my fuel for the day. Smoke Wall of Nice says thank you very much. And how about Spontaneous Sleb getting taken away? The Smoke Wall, they've held this compound for a good while. They've been locked in. Finally, the pressure coming to them. And they're getting the kills for it.
It's not going to be easy. Just look at how much of this team has been able to really lock this down. And Mira still getting some picks. Viz hiding in the bush right under their noses.
Oh, he knows now. He's just seen them. Surely you go up and make that attack.
No, be patient. You're the last player alive, and it's Mira. Take your time, get behind them, hit him over the head with a frying pan like the good old days. You know, get it real with me.
I'm real with you. That was the good old days. That was the best ways. As mortars will start flying in, where will they land? That's always the danger you look at. They're landing short. Chain Reaction now know they don't want to push up just yet. 31 Gaming. They might, if they've got a few more mortars, they might readjust and send these further forward. That they have. Still landing short. One more. Still missing. But it has forced Chain Reaction back towards that blue zone. And Mira, we said about Mira, heads a double. Says thank you very much as Sweaty Farms. Opens things, gets taken away.
Here we go. Inching themselves up. Big shots here. Nice angle for that. And now Mira gets Sweaty Farmers an execution. Chain Reaction, though, dying a little bit too much. Bit off more than they could chew inside of that ring. Shoutouts to Four Dogs, though. The undefeated silent fighter. They're the silent killer right now. They're just doing their own thing. Even though Team Mira is leading in kills with 10, executing Sweaty Farmers, they're not really too worried about it. They were seeing more damage, more picks. And a headshot. Oh my god, Four Dogs clean with these picks.
Absolutely devastating. 31 Gaming, the favorites walking in, the one that have been probably every single event for PGCS. It's just constantly, they're the ones that are here. But they are unable to get it done as Team Mira, once again, playing aggressive. Unfortunately, that's the last of Viz being spotted, trying to make his break. He's not in the phase 6 zone. So this is awkward. This is fingers together awkward.
All right.
Those tags gonna do a good amount of damage. Smoke Wall's got an angled and got a number. Isn't necessarily gonna do the utmost damage. But once again, Smoke Wall have been blessed time and time again with their zone. They've been able to stay in that compound for so long. As I said, not many kills. 4 kills is still respectable. But it's just eating away at the placement points.
6 teams left. We're so close to that top 5. Four Dogs about to walk into a team, none the wiser. Wait, no, I think they know.
It's not even
Clearing
a team.
close.
That's
Just a guy.
Yeah, it's just one left who's just trying to survive, and they don't even realize to check inside. It is so easy to be left, to not even think about it. He's getting all this information throughout this all. Four Dogs able to eliminate another one of 31 Gaming, but here comes Mira, Fakeson, using the P90. That's a demon weapon in itself. Maras able to say thank you very much as well.
30. Oh my god, he gets 2. Maris gets 2. He might be able to find a 3rd. But look at this. Mira figures out it's now time to go in. But wait, fakes in. Stuck. Has to prone. You just have quick and dirty Grigo sitting in that room as we were talking about. But with all the teams converging here, if he just stays and waits for the fight to end, and once they leave or once they try to loot, he could get a couple picks.
The danger is that someone might naturally, out of second nature, throw a nade or a molly into that box. It is so common to do because 9 out of 10, if you're playing around the outside, one of your players who's healing will be inside. So there's a risk here, but Grigo will stay put. He knows if he moves now, he's guaranteed death.
So Haven has an AWM. So Mira's going to be able to farm some more picks here. I don't know. He also has full tier 3.
Oh my god! The lore for quicken death is unreal. He gets to stay in his box.
No way. No way.
Does. Is this plot armor we just created? Have we just created this narrative that, you know, Quick and Death, sorry, is just completely listen to everything that's going on. Imagine if proximity chat was still running.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a really solid a trick here for these guys. So, oh. Shots all over the place. They're ringing out, but they're not quite landing.
Make it blow up. Could be enough. No, it's not going to happen. Fakeston will be able to stay alive, but this is a lot of teams with strong number of players. 31 with 2, that's still doable to make an upset win. Same with 4 Dogs. They too have got numbers on their side. Meanwhile, Mirror and Smoke, they both got 4 players on each side. So it's still here, there, and everywhere, as one of the members of 4 Dogs will get dropped. Is in a position to get revived, but Mirror are pushing. Now they're going aggressive, but the cross angle from 31 could be dangerous.
Here's shots. Here's the picks. Nice. And that's going to be 4 Dogs down. And Fazekin keeps going. The top 4 has now been decided. And wait, Smoke Wall, they're still here? They've been just chilling. They have 0 reason to push these teams because they're going for placements. They are currently rank 3. They want to keep that energy up, and now they have a chance to execute Mira towards the end. But with how little damage they're doing, they really are only going to be getting the final blows in that chicken dinner point system. But quick and dirty, they're still here, just chilling in that box.
He vibing. He ain't moving until the very end, because I don't think the plot armor is still in place. He still is in zone, but 13 seconds will that gray marker get an advantage, or will he have to step out of his safety and go into the open? Because right now, Smoke Wall have had to push out of their compound. It's not in. It's not in observers. Can we fully confirm, is Q&D in or not? I don't think he is.
No, he is. He's in it.
It's a just.
Oh my goodness. The name's from 31 though. Wait, no. He's just barely out of it. He's just, I could say he's just barely out, which means he's going to have to leave eventually. But right outside is Team Mira.
This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mira.
Does he have a flash?
I don't know. We haven't really stuck on to Q&D because the action has been coming from everyone else. But nonetheless, again, he knows people are around him. He's not in. I can confirm that now by looking at it. He's not in. So as soon as Mira stepped forward, that's what he's waiting for. And look at that. That's perfect angling. He's got 2 smokes, 4 nades, and a lot of ammo. It's nuts. Meanwhile, 31 backs away from Smoke Wall. Right now, they know this fight is not worth their trouble because Mira has the high ground, but Mira of Haven has just been dropped down to 1 left with Team Mira. And the reality of Q&D starts to become more and more of a reality. Smoke Wall behind that rock. Not much you can do there. Pinned down by 31. Fakeson. He too waiting. The push forward. As now Grigo will have to step forward. It's a risk. Do you look left? Do you look right? I don't think he knows. Oh, he finds the bush. He's in the bush.
Oh, no way. There's always an escape, and he gets Mira. He eliminates Mira. Grigo, an insane ninja waiting, just lurking through and being able to eliminate a team and get their team to guaranteed 3rd. And they also have some kills on their belt. He's 2 down. Their teams have got 3. He might be able to keep this kind of poison. He is the guy smoking his way through and being a complete ghost in the night here.
Those nades are going to land pretty close to 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Smiley face. It's getting close to him. And I'm not surprised. There's the land of a nade. That's Maris. He's got one smoke wall now in danger, but with all this going on, information is going to be handed to Q&D. But smoke wall, they're planting around the rock. Over-aggress a little too much. The suppressor not going to be able to hide things too much. Just nice. Says thank you. Now it brings it down to a 1v1v1. This is so doable for any of the three.
All right, smoke wall. Nice, good timing on 31. Now eliminated. Now it's just going to be Quick and D in a 1v1. There's a chance that Quick and D, no, Quick and Dirty can turn this around, but smoke wall has to go for the revive. He can't offer a 1v1 trade. Quick and Dirty now pushing on past these trees, and that is going to be an opportune moment for him. 31 Gaming, hold up. Gets credit for another kill because we don't get the revive in time. No, we don't get the revive in time. It's now 1v1. And oh my God, it's not Quick and Dirty. It's a smoke wall to win their second game of this set.
Oh, it wasn't even the kill. It was the zone. It was the zone.
No
He does
way.
So well at sitting inside of a box, and it turned out the zone just tapped him on the rear. It's that little bap, 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 and that was enough to take him to the floor. Oh, that's so disappointing. All that patient waiting. He's going to get 8 points out of that, and that's going to be huge. Plus the additional 3, 11 in total.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
huge.
what they needed to do. They needed those points. They need the ability to turn this game around, and that could be a chance for Quick and Dirty to keep on moving forward. But with that being said, we now have another break for us, and when we get back, we'll find out where are these teams sitting. See you soon.
Never do before, and even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call a covenant, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an inch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goal. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You just gotta wanna keep chasing. Put you everything you're facing. Keep up with the pace and adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate in. Don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team. And if you're alone, then a one-man army. So you better be starving. And you better be carving through the hate, keep marching. And every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past, and you'll see that you always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life. Believe.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can't.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more maps to go, but they're not going to be 2 different maps. No, we're going to Myanmar, where we are going to finish it off in the deserts, amongst the mounds, amongst the rocks, amongst, I guess, the wildness that is Myanmar in itself. But it has been intense throughout this entire battle. It has been tooth and nail, with our top 8 really shining and showing the upper echelons of this game, but the lower half, well, they're starting to come alive, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Now getting into this next game, remember, we're at map number 5. There's one more after this. If you are a bottom 8 team, you're not having a good time here. The odds of you getting into the prize money, getting up there in the big boys, is very low. This is last match, as Team Mira again won the most amount of points, beating out Smoke Wall, who was not only farther in placement, but also winning the entire thing. It's so funny that Mira got knocked out. Look at Quick and Dirty. An insane recovery from one player. And then 4 Dogs, another team that has a great recovery. But I'm also taking a look at people like 7 Gaming and Viz, who have been kind of very consistent in this middle of the row. And 7 Gaming, they might not have gotten any placement points, but they got 8 eliminations, and that might just be enough to keep them above the line here and keep them in the top 5. And
Yeah,
here we go. Let's find out.
It might be enough. I do hope it's enough, because it makes it all so interesting. But here we go. 7 Gaming still sitting in a comfortable 3rd. Smoke Walls in that 2nd position, keeping things on point. But look at the jump from Q and D. Look at that. Finding themselves 9th. They actually are tied 8th with Spoon Sleb, with potential. I think the highest they could go with those last 2 matches is if Viz does not step up, if SP doesn't step up, I think realistically top 5 is possible for Q&D if they have another performance like that.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that when it does come down to this game, it's going to be a lot on Q&D to break into the top 5. It's going to also be a lot on SP Esports. They were rank 1 and they completely dropped the ball 2 games in a row. You know, they don't have a lot of options here. These last 2 games, if they bring the same first 2, they can take it. But Team Mira, they have the aim. It's in the name. It's time for them to really keep on playing like this. So there is a lot of energy that I'm going to be excited for. But at the end of the day, it is going to be down to what these teams can do. And what we've seen is that some of them are more inconsistent than others. So this is not going to be too easy for some, but it might just be a walk in the park for a team like Mira.
It very much could be, but at the same time, with every high, there is always a low. As roller coaster goes up, it has to come down. So there is a point that I am expecting that Team Mira will eventually drop, because you know, you take some of the pros and their scrims that they play, or even on the professional scene, none of them stay at the top. No matter how good you are, none of them will stay in that top 3 or top 4 and get into that final battle. So I'm waiting for it, and there will be one, and I won't be disappointed when it happens. However, with a huge lead, 62 to 45 points, they can have a bad day and a bad game and get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, relative to the other team, let's take a look at some of these stats here. I mean, at the end of the day, Team Mira is almost 20 points up. So they would have to get 0 points both games to have a bad time. So let's get, hopefully, into the game, and let's find out if it's going to be enough. Are they going to be able to cook? Are these guys going to be able to keep their lead, as Viz immediately being taken down by the seed number 16?
Yeah, that's a big start. Both of them hot dropping onto each other as attack field will also get another on the board. This is so unlucky for Viz, as an immediate wipe will go out. There's the second confirmed, so 2 players confirmed and gone, but the grouping amongst this team is phenomenal. There's 3. Viz is looking to be out. They could be done within a matter of seconds. One last ditch of hope. Goodbye, Viz. And that was only the start of the game.
Oh my god. I mean, what? I think that's the fastest elim. That was 1 minute and 30 seconds to take out a whole team. Now we might see another. Wait, no, 2 teams. We're at 14 teams already.
The other team's gone? Who was the other one?
No idea, but they're not here anymore.
It could also be a team not dropping in, and they've decided not to press forward. It's the Balakan Eagles. Creates a hole in the door. That's one way to get entry. However, it's going to be a little difficult. That's a difficult zone. Prison to play? Hello. A prison? You know what? Okay, I have never seen a prison final zone. PUBG gods, please make this happen. Let's all fight on that little island. I want it to happen.
I am right there with you. This is not going to be an easy thing to do, but they have a shot at it. Definitely have a way to turn this game around, and lots of players here. Viz is gone. I mean, if SP messes up again, and maybe if Mira messes up, we can see a different leaderboard at the end of this. Smoke Wall messing up could mean 7 Gaming gets into that top spot. But right now, it's going to be tough. You do have Hisense versus Balkan Eagles. That's going to be number 12 with 8 points, tied with number 14 with 8 points. So they're kind of battling it out right now to see who's going to be the better team. Regardless, if you're a team in this community, if you are in the Plausible Gaming community, you will know where you place matters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. It's the most important bit, especially the qualifying, where it comes in the latter stages. Oh, there's consequences everywhere. I don't even have the script in front of me, and I know the importance of it. But I tell you what's also important: shotguns. We're seeing a lot of CQB plays happening right now. We're going to see them start to come out. But meanwhile, over at one of my favorite drop points, a lot of people call this place useless, but Impala is great fun as Panzerfast misses. Disappoint much. Impala could be a dangerous area. A fight on a hill with a church has a high basically sightline for days. Or you just
Oh.
become like Superman who gets it done. Kryptonite? Nah, not in my field.
Wait, he dropped him while he was holding a grenade. so Darth just got himself killed. Oh no, he finished himself off for the sake of the Balkans. And now Superman wants to get aggressive here. And also, UNT knows that they are not able to compete anymore. So has pulled the plug. They understand now. That is the other team, the 15th team, having to pull it. They know a loss is a loss. They take the L. But now it's Balkan Eagles making Hisense take even more of L's, more shots, and more points for Balkan.
Balkan are doing well this time round. They're up against a team that's quite close to them. Hisense in 12th, Balkan in 14th right now. So this is a very prideful position. We've seen that Balkan, they can rack up some kills. They can go tooth and nail against some of the high teams. The Dragunov, when it taps their head. Oh, me mama, it's dangerous. I love using it, but it's so annoying.
Here we go. Another round where, I don't know if you've noticed. When's the last you heard a shot? There it is. Finally, those shots ring out. SP Esports goes down, but these guys, they feel like they're in a war zone. It's like I'm watching Insurgency Sandstorm. Like, I feel like I'm watching like some real just strategies here for these guys to figure out what the strat is. Get close. Push Chenko. Be aggressive. But oh my god, is that no? It is a Panzer. It's a point blank Panzer. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, please, dear sir, please. Please, I want more a rocket launcher. I've already had my taste of Panzerfaust, but now I want another, and especially with a shield up. Oh, it's gonna be disastrous. I don't think he realizes they're in the building. And if they push up together, if they push up like this could be huge! It's one! It's two! Oh, it could have been three, but Balakan gets him down.
Wow. And that is the Balkans cleaning house here, picking each other up, and another team falls. And right now, 44 players are remaining, so only about a third of the lobby is already gone. 15 players down. Now, it's time to really see what this team can do. Because remember, we did start this with 60. We are missing a whole roster as UNT has given up. But drink up, get ready. We're in it for the long haul here. Let's take a little look at that mini-map if we can, and hopefully find out what's been going on the other sides of this map. This hot drop has been definitely heating up.
It has. When you get... We had two hot drops. Both of them have been spectacular. Both of them being exactly what we expected. Oh, you know he's getting an angle. He's just waiting for more information. But it's just, when do you pop? When do you explode? He doesn't have a long-range weapon. The other one is a shotgun. So Smoke Wall is walking right into a trap as I shack. Oh my god, you almost know the communication that's going to be coming through here. He's got them on the hook.
Oh, and there we go. Shots ring out, and oh my god, he still gets it. Zerfi is down, but 10 HP. Finish the kill. You can't let these guys get you and revive, but oh, is the timing enough? The heals are online, and luckily, it's the first ring. You're not going to have to worry too much about that, but still, Zerfi's gone. And it looks like what we're seeing from the wall of smoke is to just give him up. Maybe find an opportunity to revive him some other time, but I don't know. This is not looking too good. 31 Gaming wants to keep up, and if they could shut down Smoke Wall, that's a big team out for the count.
Yeah, get rid of Smoke Wall. You're in the runnings. You basically have full control on this next on the championship, basically. As they have ranked number 2. This is not an easy fighting ground. Elevation, buildings, there's always a cross angle that you just can't figure out. And that's why these guys, they're going to be fighting in this blue zone for quite a while. waiting for desperation, for somebody essentially to step out, and this is clever. Maris waiting. That nade could land by the vehicle. It does a lot of damage. Can't get anything through the smoke, and the smoke wall does exactly what their name does.
Oof.
While this all happening, everyone else has made that rotation. Everybody has gone down south. We stick watching this battle. This is essentially the mind game of, can we get a vehicle and can we escape? If not, how many can we pick away while we're at it? And all that happening in Impala. And my dreams of that prison zone, well, that ain't gonna happen. As we head,
no, it's okay. It can make a full 180. It's got a tiny lip on it. Don't worry. It can do it. It can do it. It can just rotate 180 degrees.
As much as I want to agree with you, as soon as you get to phase 4, the game moves away from water. I would love to think it would do that, but it's not gonna happen.
Perfect. Well, what is going to happen is 2,000 points left, and we want to give them out to you guys. And of course, with how we're doing it, with how many times we've seen people in gliders flying around and dropping hot, that is a key for our new code, Airdrop Addict, as everybody's falling out of the sky here. And from the heights, it's Chain Reaction Shin doing some damage. But of course, remember, our code, Airdrop Addict, one word. You guys can use it for a chance to win 2,000 PUBG points. But let's get into this game. It's the final point for these guys. It's the finals of Season 7. It's time to see who's going to be able to dethrone Mira.
It's gonna be a hard tale to get rid of Mira. But tell you what, Chain Reaction. Lovely height, lovely position. Why not pepper down 7 Gaming? Because they know that they can't get out of this place. They're stuck. I believe that's the crater next to them. So, oh no, crater's up north. They're basically stuck in the heart of the rock place amongst these valleys.
Looking for these picks. Trying to just get access to this guy. Chain Reaction is in such a beautiful position here. It's very reminiscent of 31 Gaming in that first map on Erangel. And now they're just taking their time. They know that they can find some real value here. And sweaty farmers are going to be spotted out. Chain Reaction already at 2 kills. Ooh. Okay, what are we... again, how many times we're going to be seeing some very unique driving choices from these players?
Why not? Hail Mary. Try and get to where you can. But while this is all happening, a little bit of damage comes through. Has to jump out. Goodbye. Spoon Slab is not going to be happy with this, as one of their players gets dropped. All while this is happening, only I can define myself. Amen, sister. I'll salute to that. Slay. Oh, now this is unique. How about the most armored vehicle in the game on the side of Mira? The only way you can take that thing down is a Panzerfaust. And about 3 of them.
Okay, Haven not able to quite get that impact that we're seeing from before, but Team Mira's already at 2 picks here. And you're right, there needs to be a lot of firepower to take these players down. And so far we've seen 1 in this game, in this set. But wait, hold up. What's 31 doing up there? Wait, real talk. What's night? What is? What? Am I crazy, or is Smoke Wall out in the middle of nowhere?
I think Smoke Wall have found their way to exit from 31, so their fight's finally ended. They're trying to loot, get more heals before they start pushing into the zone. They can still survive in phase 3, but it's going to be a lot more healing more often. So It's as much as you are baffled, it is still possible. Now, talking of drops, the MK14 is a beautiful DMR. I love using it, and especially with some level 3 equipment added to it. You know, someone picks it up, they're going for a road trip.
They're going for it. They want it. And Mira, oh, they're gonna just do this damage.
Don't sound too enthralled. So it's only Mirror, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much just Mira just staring down at Joven, and Joven in a spot where they might be able to fight back or at least try to smoke their valley. But look at, oh my, the awareness from these players on Mira. So good. So good at being able to know, okay, these guys are going to want to engage us. We don't push for that one reason. We're at height advantage. We just know our positioning. It's the meta game, and they're playing it exactly what they need to do, and they're still in the ring. The problem, though, they're going to have to push Joven. They're going to have to push up into that next mountain because the ring's not going their way anymore.
The thing you have to remember, they've also got a big old tank of a car that can push their way in. It's slow. It's not the most efficient way, but if needed, they can use it. So that's something they will be mindful of as the attention does get drawn. And because of that, why not pop shot your opponent? This is a hit for 53. That's a good tag.
Laurent able to just keep on looking on. You have the Eagles, the Balkan players doing well, but Chain Reaction finally finds the pick onto Jacob, who's been kind of lurking in the back line here for a while. But God, this is a, here's the thing. I live in Arizona here in America. This is just like going on a hike near me. Like this, just the scenery and the vibes, like this looks like they're just shooting on Thunderbird Mountain, which is like 2 blocks from my house.
That's impressive. Now I know where you live.
You do. So if anybody wants to come to Arizona and replicate PUBG, let me know. Now, getting into this next wave, you finally have Smoke on a beautiful flank.
And guess who they're running into? Guess who they're running into?
Oh no, they're gonna have how many times?
It's 31 they're going for, but these mortars.
Oh, but it works.
Oh, beautiful in the chat, in the feed. We are seeing that the damage is done. Smoke wall taken away. Crazy. Mortars coming in, landing a lot better this time. Bolton Eagles getting a little worried. At the same time, they've also got to be careful because Team Mira, as I said, they've got a power vehicle that essentially is a bunker on wheels.
Here, let's see if that bunker is going to keep cooking. Is it going to keep cooking? As right now, the bunker on wheels for Mira is just blitzing through, but it's taking some damage. And Jacob, wait, he gets picked up by somebody else and comes to get vengeance. But Sweaty Farmers are all alone. They need to back it up and chain down. Mira online, and Mira fighting the Eagles is looking a little bit hungry for those kills. One player left. It's Gregan to keep Sweaty Farmers alive. And Sweaty Farmers is that 0 kills here? So they got to find some value.
They need to find more than value. They need to get something on the board just so they could jump up the board. They're currently in 10th. They're not too far away to jump up to 7th if they just get a couple. But there it is. Smoke Wall out at 13th. How terrible. That's not good for a number 2 team.
Nice shots here from Chain Reaction, and that's going to be Spontaneous eliminated with Sweaty Farmers fast to follow. Everybody falling, and now it's Quick and Dirty who's managed to be the just bane and the thorn in the side here on this desert mountain. The cacti being felt, but Quick and Dirty keeping the returns, and 4 Dogs here to teamwork. Balkan gets one, 4 Dogs gets one, Quick and Dirty falls, and now it's just back Kiwi, and looks like one of his teammates already left. So it's just 3 players. Yep. Quick and Dirty dipped.
Not the best position to be in. Not especially when you start off with 3. It sucks. You know, I can talk from experience competing with Wales, and we had to enter with only 3 players. And, well, let's just say that we hot dropped with I think it was Turkey. And let's just say Turkey are very good at PUBG Mobile, and Team Wales are not. So that went down very quickly. Anyway, back to Myanmar on PUBG PC. 31Gaming gets eliminated, and Chain Reaction is going to be ever so surprised to see a top team out.
Here we go. Are we going to see any top teams really feel the pain? I don't know. I think that what we're going to be looking at is Mira, with how far they've already gotten, still number 1. They're that far ahead. So it's like, yeah, they might be taken down in this game, but what does that mean for the rest of the set? I don't think much, you know? And now it's really SP. Shout out to these guys. They're still alive, and they were the rank 1. This is their comeback game. Oh my god, Mira's still on. And SP Esports. Oh my god, Mira's not done yet. And okay, SP Esports. No, they got eliminated. I think I jinxed them there. Not gonna lie.
Compensator's Curse at its finest as Balkan Eagles also get eliminated, and Joven, what a step up. They're now in the top 6, and they're just going for placement points here. 2 kills still adds on to that scoreline, so be mindful. However, 4 Dogs, we haven't spoken about them much in this map. Playing it calm, playing it very collective. But they're also so spread out for information because they've got this huge wall. If you group up amongst each other and one gets picked, you now know that route is not safe. But if you're all bunched together, well, you're kind of screwed.
Here's Turkish Bay. Just looking. Joven and the rest of the team. The higher you go on the mountains, the more flat it goes. This mesa is looking a little bit spooky. Chain Reaction, though, finding Mira outright. And Mira, back to 3 players, is getting flanked by 7 Gaming. Oh, 7. He's right behind him. Kashu wants him. Knows that this could make or break his team. And with Mira now losing 1, he could go for the pick, or he could keep on doing damage. Now 2 have being knocked down. This is perfect for him. He's gonna... He's swinging. He doesn't know. No, he does. He knows that 1 Mira player is to his close right. And he's hunting.
He's going for it.
Oh, he saw them earlier.
It's like Saw coming in, but Chain
Reaction. And then he gets eliminated, but he did get 1 kill for his team and got to the top 6. So placements, not too bad. And 1 point at least. Could have been 0.
Joven's still in play. They've got some nice height to play off, and they're going to be happy with it all. Mira. I don't know if that's Fakeson just left by himself, or if that is just Fakeson after owning that really powerful vehicle. Quick and Dirty left alive. No, it's Fakeson all by himself. Team Mira down to 1. We are going to most likely crown a new chicken dinner here, unless we get a repeat of what happened last map.
This might be. Good shots. Joven onto Chain Reaction. Huge pick from Turkish Bay. And another one. Cold Plush Toy. Keeping it online. And now it's just Shin. Alone. Ty Logan backing it up. Shin. High ground. Damage. Damage. Can you finish off Mira? Will you be able to? It's the last player. No, the movement's just too good. 1 player left on Mira as 4 Dogs is now flanking Joven. It's all about timing here. If Chain Reaction can keep up this punish, if they can manage to finish the pick, then this game ends with Chain Reaction knocking out a huge player. But now, oh no, it's in the top 4.
12
which
kills.
means Mira gets placements.
12 kills also for Chain Reaction, so even if they get knocked out here as the last player alive, it's huge points. But Mira, if they could just survive this one last onslaught, it's going to be grace for them. They'll be praying to whichever god they believe in and never backing down, but Joven steals the kill. Chain Reaction can't have it. Joven was 6. Now they start to push up onto the 4 dogs, which all 4 are left alive. And from what was an incredible start to the series for 4 dogs, having a solo play of 8 kills, can they close out with a chicken dinner?
I mean, I think they might. Chain Reaction could do some damage, but 4 dogs, they need this. They were still riding the high of that first game thanks to Sada, but now with all 4 of them, Joven incredibly low, their entire team pushed out. Turkish Bay, though, wanted to keep up their kill spots at 1. And I believe they know exactly where they are, and look at that damage right in there. And there's 1, but 9 HP. Do you have enough time to get around the corner? You're getting pushed. But they're going for Rez instead, and that's going to be Sada with the nade! Joven is eliminated in 3rd, and it's a 1v4. As it's all up to Chain Reaction.
Shin's been spotted. They know where Shin is. I think they just caught a glimpse of him, and they're heading over to finish him off. It's out in the open. Sata, we know what he did once. We know he can finish off. Shin might have an angle here. He goes to shoot. It's done and dusted. Oh my lord. 4 dogs are putting themselves onto the board.
But Chain Reaction walks away with the highest of the stats, so lots of points for them. The solo plays, the pop-offs. Mira still got in that top 4, though. Still going to be very hard to dethrone. That's the problem I'm seeing. They got a decent amount of damage dealt. They managed to keep going. Honestly, the biggest change that I saw there was the playstyle that we had from 31 Gaming, getting flanked by Smoke Wall. It was a big turnaround for them. But we're in our final game now, and it's all make or break. Who is going to be able to dethrone our final team here? So as it looks like the sun's setting across the pond where you're at, it's time for us to send our final break and get ready for one more game.
Purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. I got all the voters. I swear to God, I've been at it for a minute. Climbing to the top, and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business. No limit, I'ma get it. Having millions as a witness. I'm addicted to winning, living up
Hating and building up in a million different ways. I don't think I can stop, I think I need the chase. I love the race and I'm running till I'm first. Long nights, long flights, I'ma make it big. Big dreams, big sights since I was a kid. Doing things that I like, let the pieces fit. I like the pain, feel alive when I'm under it. I could change, adapt, do what I need to. All these obstacles, they looking see-through. Don't let the anger out, just let it feed you. I'll see you at the top, just let me teach you.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer, I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor, I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters, you could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
They be like, really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like several years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to say, and a lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no, we feel it to the top. Yeah, we change our whole world, yeah, we steer it. Getting lost in the things that make us so worth hearing on. I'm the first one to turn up, learn stuff, but mostly I'm just in the lab getting work done. Cause the bills on the first, they still worth some. I never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son. But not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working. But I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a high roller, move forward in the battle like soldier. In the game like closer, I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motor, I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters, you could call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Yeah, let's go.
New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be, put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is that believe. I'm gonna make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up.
Wow, just an amazing set so far here. My name is Edu. I'm still on the mic here with Hyperactive, and we're looking at some very hyperactive teams across the board. We're looking at some guys who are underdogs that turn dogs, that turn victors, who really know what they're doing. And then we also have some teams that are just that good that they don't have to really stress, and that's Mira. But we don't know quite what the leaderboard looks like until our production team slaps it on our screen for everyone here to see. So, Hyper, what are your predictions as to what our top 5 look like going into this?
Mira outright won unless someone can magically pull out the most unbelievable thing in the world. Then maybe a possibility of an upset for switcheroos in second place. But I think that's really kind of the storyline with most of it because of how well everyone else bar Mira has been playing, because Mira's just been playing out of their mind. So a quick reminder of what happened last time. 4Dogs able to finally step on the top step after their slow but progressive aggression have got them to the top. And of course, Chain Reaction, a 12 kill drop, may I say, did a fantastic job to move from 11th. From 11th, they had 11 limbs walking into it, and they've just doubled it +1.
Yeah, beautiful run, but is that run enough? Team Mira still won 8 points, which puts them at, I believe, 73 now. So let's take a look and see who's close to number 1, because we know who it is. who's in that second slot. It's still Smoke Wall, who just barely has been keeping their advantage. But look at Four Dogs jumping on up. It's a three-way tie from third place, fourth place, and fifth place. 44 points for 7 Gaming, 31 Gaming, and Four Dogs, which means they are all fighting for the final chance at it. And SP Esports is 3 away from that tie as well. So there's a good chance that we're going to be seeing, what, 4 teams fighting for second place right now? Maybe 5 teams.
There's also still a shot here. Hear me out. The math is going to make sense. If Smoke Wall wins with 23 points and Team Mirror do not score anything, actually they need 24 technically, then there's still an opportunity here. There is still hope. As you know, we'd backtrack it to who's got the most chicken dinners, which I think Smoke Wall would have, because they would have their second if they won it. So there is possibility if the maths line up. The other teams, they would have to perform the biggest miracle of them all. They'd have to go above and beyond to try and keep themselves in this game. Otherwise, this is a huge battle for second.
Yeah, big battle for second. And if Mira doesn't fumble the bag, could be a big battle from just Smoke Wall, I believe. Just one team for a chance at getting that. Like, they have, let's see. They need to get 23 points, right? So 23 points here has been gotten in one team. If you wipe out Mira and get 23 points, you tie. 24 points. I think the highest we saw was 26 points in one of our runs. And let me see that match. We got 26 by Team Mira in match 3. So if someone does a miracle run, a Mira run, then we could see this be a potential fight for first. And it has to be Stonewall. Smoke Wall.
It has to be there. There's no one else who could do it. But also, to note, Chain Reaction, as I said, they were 11th. They're now in 8th right now. And again, similar stories. If the top bunch do not do well, they could still jump up a whole crack of positions. You know, we could have a complete and utter upset, and then it could all be on its head.
Fair enough. That is true. And now, looking at this, we're looking hopeful, looking wide at a very solid setup. A lot of drops here on Miramar early. You still have a few people on that plane. But it looks like we're finally seeing Mira fall. They are taking the drop now. That's who I'm looking at. Because if they get one elim, they are guaranteed first place. Hands down. I don't think anybody can get 27 points. But
this is not impossible. It's not impossible. I have seen it done, but
they would have. Okay, so one team would have to wipe the equivalent of 5 other teams to get 20 points, and then win to get 10 points for third.
Has been done.
It has been done, but oh my god, Hisense is already over here fighting. They're already looking for it, and Hisense, you know, here's the thing. Even if we have these low-level teams that are fighting at the bottom of that bracket, remember, these are all players that aren't being farmed by the people who need it most right now.
Oh, just add insult to injury, and the rocket launcher, the Panzerfaust, getting picked up off the floor. So just waiting for that moment as well, as that could be dangerous in and amongst itself.
Ooh. Solid nade.
Solid.
And we've already seen one player. Actually, we've seen 3 players eliminated.
Early attacks and early damage really upsetting a lot of these teams. And the craziest thing about this all is that they're done. After this, these players are done. So you leave your mouse and keyboard, you turn off your computer, you scream in your pillow and wonder what happened and what went wrong. Or you hop onto the stream and enjoy the lovely serenading voices of us two.
Hi.
Well, Hisense, they've enjoyed the early battle. Like, they like a hot drop. You know what? I think they're here just for the hot drops. Have some fun, have some battles. Much like 7 Gaming. As that's a free early pick.
Another free early pick. 7 Gaming needs all that they can get.
They're at the tail end. Well, I say tail end. They got 44, joint third right now. So they would need a masterclass. They need 26 kills. So the reality is these guys cannot be waiting around. They have to go in guns blazing. But at the same time, you run that risk. If you get too hot, you get too aggressive, first you give away your location, you're walking into sightlines of other people. It just becomes a messy area that you do not want to touch. Meanwhile, this map, we're going north. Up the north, we the north, the Canadian territory of the north in North American sense, but however you put it.
I want you to know something. North America, United States is the most northbound country because of Alaska.
Oh,
we go the farthest north, and we're the farthest eastbound too.
Technically, you could say Japan's the farthest eastbound, but it all depends on when you start.
In North America?
Oh, in North America.
Like, yeah, if we can talk about eastbound being anybody relative to anyone else. Like, did you know relative to China, I'm sure you're the most eastbound right now.
Yeah, probably. Actually, no, that would not be true, because if it's relative to China, it would be Japan.
Eastbound? Oh, yes, you're right. Anything that's closest to you, China would be the furthest eastbound to China if you go all the way around.
Oh, wait, east? No, I was thinking west. No, if you're doing China, it would be India.
Yeah. Furthest eastbound, the first country off of the shores. Crazy comms coming out from Hyperactive. But looking at this, it's just a slow day today. And you know, in the honor of talking about, you know, countries across the world, this is a very diverse stack of teams with 4 dogs showing up against sweaty farmers. I gotta know, if you guys are currently watching the streams, let us know, where are you guys watching from? I'm actually curious. I know we have a lot of people here. I know Mita is a Portuguese team, so lots of people from around the world.
The more you know. Just SpongeBob's little bit going across. There's the feed is starting to pop up with a few knocks. I'm not seeing many confirms. Excuse me. Balkan Eagle say we've got to confirm here as some shots to fly through, but QND for Dr. Tubes. Oh, that's disappointing. And a missed opportunity.
Here we go. Now, more picks for Balkan. More picks for 31. A little bit of a back and forth, but Smoke Wall, remember, this is the team that needs to take this back. And although we're seeing them blow each other up, it's Balkan Eagles who annihilates 31 Gaming in a huge upset for them. That is a team no longer vying for the top 3 spot.
Smoke Wall are in a good position here. They could be meticulous, they could be powerful as the Car 98 hits its mark as Lambert's member of QND tries to stay alive. But with his position given away, that allows the util to come in powerful as the nade lands exactly where it needs to.
Nice. Solid nade here. Back Kiwi online on the board, and Smoke Wall. They're hunting. But wait a minute. There's no one here. Where'd they go? Just completely juked out. And it's Hisense still in their fight with attack with AF on the back end here. We might have a perfect nade toss here. Trying to spook him back, and it's not quite going to do it, but that's a finished person. And Smoke Wall, they need these picks. Right onto 7 Gaming. 1 player down, finishing off and executed. And another chance at more, and another down. 7 Gaming could be eliminated here with only 1 player, Kashu, remaining. But remember, Kashu was the last person who stayed alive up until round 4 teams left. So, let's see if it's enough. Smoke
It's going to
Wall.
be a big dream. Not going to happen. But now's the danger.
Behind you. Grown.
7 Gaming of Grown. That is impressive. We thought that Ziffery was out on the side doing God's work and being the third party. But no, it was Grown in a powerful position. Oh, give it to them, Weaken. We'll give it to them.
And now, Grown knows his team's gone. Kashu, down for the count. Grown, 1v37. is a way to think about it, as he's managing to take out another one and camping the bodies, but boom goes the shots, and that is a clean annihilation. 7 gaming gone, and Smoke Wall 5 kills, all 3 still standing. They need to be able to pick each other up though.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hard bit. Actually, it's not that hard because I was looking at Joven, who is slowly encroaching in that area, but the reality is they're not going to push this. Joven's game is completely different to what Smoke Wall is trying to achieve here. But right now, with 5 kills, I don't know if you've been seeing anything, but I've been keeping a little eye on it. I've not seen anything from Mirror yet.
Let's see it. Smoke Wall. And let's do it. Smoke Wall's back in the car. And now it's time to be in transit if you're half of these teams. Let's find out what else is going to be going on as we have our final giveaway code for you guys today. And that, of course, is right here for you. It's vehicle violence. Making sense with Smoke Wall hopping in all these trucks. But now it's for you to give a truck. And head on over and put in the code vehicle violence. No spaces, all caps, for a chance to win a bunch of points in PUBG. And there's Viz getting SP, getting a point for their team.
That's a huge takedown as well. Viz just on the edge of this very close second place. So Viz has to play out of their mind if they too want a shot at second place. SP. A strong second game. They were amazing. Almost unstoppable. But everything has gone downhill. And talking of downhill, how about just not one? How about 2 blue zone grenades? They're going to slowly push in. There might be enough to stay alive. Nah. Goodbye, dear sir, as SP loses yet another player.
Here we go. More teams split up. You do have Chain Reaction, the furthest southern team, who's now on a crazy flank against Viz. SP down to only 1 player left. It's just Zach. Actually, no, 2 players left. They're stacked on top of each other. And if they can just keep going, they should be fine. But overall, you're looking at a lot of these players just going for it. I still think that's Smoke Wall right here is collecting themselves and getting ready for a quick and dirty push on quick and dirty.
I don't think so. That shotgun's primed and ready. You know how dangerous it is. Remember, in close quarter situation, he's heard the footsteps. He knows they're going to slowly come over. All it is just one wrong step, and it's enough just for some pellets to come through. Quick and dirty fights 1. Oh, Mr. Greystark, it was from the shotgun. Pounces up. There's a second. How can they do more? A little takedown, a little trade around. That's all they need. Finds 3. Yes, thank you very much. 1 more to go. Just 1. And they've got the wipe, and they've taken down the possible second place.
Oh, but they're eliminated. Smokewall gets the elimination. That's 7 for them. I believe they still have 2 players remaining, so definitely doable. But with, I believe, Mira wanting to keep their best, this is not going to be easy here. Again, Smokewall, I think this playstyle almost is guaranteeing them second. They're just on it for the first. And with 31 players remaining, technically speaking, you can kill enough people to still win this entire thing. And they know it. And they need it.
Remember, 12 kills is the minimum that they need. That's
They're
all
over
they
halfway
need.
there then. Over halfway.
Yeah. And then, of course, winning as well. That's the other challenge. But we have to factor in what Mira's doing. Again, I still haven't seen anything from Mira. And I
Play
wouldn't be
smart, play placement, guarantee win. Makes sense.
Yeah, we're about to cross into it. If Mira goes out now, 100%. 100%. That we start to see. Oh, no, it has to be 13. 13
they gotta
kills.
Yeah, the 13 kills and a win. You gotta have the win.
And Mira
Just
going
to
out now. Mira
Wait,
has
just
to
to
go out
tie.
now.
They not only have to go out now, they still have all 4. They're not doing that. They're going to be fine. But I know there's a lot of Mira fans in the chat right now. But indulge us for a second. Do you guys think Mira can lose the first place to to Smoke Wall? I keep saying Stonewall.
I don't. At this rate, no. Mira's playing smart. They know what they need to do. They just need to find a quiet area and play placement points just to cause that disruption. I wouldn't be surprised if Mira just keeps out of these gunfights, pop shots only clean positions, and stay quiet. As a look at this, Mira are blessed with such a fantastic position.
Here we go. Mira sees Balkan. And for them, historically, it's farming time. They want picks, and they're coming for it. Nades out. Right, 54 HP, gone. You peek, you die. Mira now guarantees another point. But boom,
14.
Who's on the flank? Mira's taking a little bit of damage here. Balkans want to try to back up their teammates, but wait a minute. They've already lost 1. Mira's at 2 kills. Mira's moving up. Teams are at 9 teams remaining. So placement points almost guaranteed for Mira coming around the corner here.
Nothing's guaranteed until the deaths come through. As I say in life, only 2 things guaranteed: death and taxes. Unless you're evading taxes.
We evade taxes here. Tax evasion. Every time.
Woo,
Got a bank
great
account in the Cayman Islands. We're good.
Money laundering 101. Anyways. There could be some upsets. I'm still waiting for it. Smoke Wall, able to get both of their players back into play. We're going to wait for that smoke to come in, but this is loud. This is so loud, and this is dangerous to do. Here's the commitment.
There we go. I mean, the thing is, they need this player. They need to bring people back. They need to be able to set this up. Joven might try to stop him, but Smokewall gets away with this. And it's a big play.
On top
Setting
of this,
themselves up for success.
They're in zone. They're in zone as well. Sorry, out in the blue, sorry. That's going to damage them. 3 ticks of damage all this time.
Worth it. It's still worth it. This is going for first. And if they manage to bring it back, it'll be the greatest comeback I've witnessed in PUBG history.
That could be the greatest comeback in history, period. You have to remember, Smoke Wall have 2 chicken dinners already under their belt.
Yes. Against Mira.
Against Mira, who only has 1. So the fact that Mira have been more consistent and has this 24-point advantage right now is incredible. And that's a live advantage. Well, here comes the respawn of the Smoke Wall players. And guess who Smoke Wall are having to face? Oh, this is the worst team you want to go up against. Mira were the first to spot them.
Shots fired. Spawn. Wanted to just get it. Spontane. Not actually fighting it. Oh, that... Wait. Oh, no. It's Mira to farm. If they can shoot this guy out of the sky, unfortunately for Smokewall, their risk was not worth it. 2. No. 1 down. And that's a pick. So that means Mira gains 1. Oh, God. And now, you got nothing. No armor. No money. Not a lot. But Balkan Eagles, they're taking out players like SP Esports who are fighting for 5th. Who are fighting for the top 3, actually.
15 kills is now needed. But still, we got to factor in that Mira have to go out now. Otherwise, then we're adding a plethora load of points that I can't work out.
Oh, good shot.
Fana just getting damaged all the way down. He will be able to have time to heal, but Smoke Wall are hitting their shots.
This is pretty stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, 4 dogs. Keeping it up.
It's just little taps. Little taparoos. That's all you need in these moments. Just keep the pressure onto your opponents. Keep them into the zone. Don't over-aggress too far, and slowly they will run out of resources. Because you got plenty of time to play with.
Ooh, good shots. Team Mira, another knocked player. Will that count for another pick for them? SP Esports burning outside of the zone. We do have Smoke Wall starting to push up, though. They're now back where they need to be, and they've actually netted a positive. They've gained 1 player. But with 30 players alive, start being aggro. Start getting these frags, or it's not going to be easy. But look at this. Spontane starts it on their end. Gets a nice down onto Turkish Bay. And a reset could be online.
You talk about aggro, but Spontane is doing exactly as you ask. They need a jump up.
Someone just got RPG'd.
Panzerfaust! Finally. I'm a happy man.
Chain Reaction. They're finally coming out. Remember, this is the most southern team was Chain Reaction, and now they're coming in a little bit late, and Balkan's just eating them up. It took so long to get into this position. And Balkan just got so many people knocked. It's just 1 left. It's Shin. No, 2 left. Cold Plush and Shin in Chain Reaction to fight Balkan. Mira in the most mid. Look at Mira. They're always within the circle. They've never had to worry about taking some blue.
They have been so lucky for the 2nd map in a row. Sorry, not in a row, but they've definitely had a huge amount of luck on a previous one. As that nade starts to cook, it might land very close. It is going to do some damage. There it is. Goodbye, Joven. And you know what that means? Mira's now added yet another point. Not even needing to get the kill. That comes to 16 now. To just tie.
Nice. Balkan now at 5 kills. Takes out a player. Sada, the GOAT of 4 dogs, gone. The sprays are online. 4 dogs needed to clean this up, but uh-oh, the car's flipped. Balkan Eagles, not looking great, but oh, just barely out. 4 dogs, and that's going to be the ring. And Smoke Wall, no! Smoke Wall just lost Nice! And 4 dogs eliminates Vice. This is gone.
That's huge.
Oh,
that's
Balkan,
another...
he's bleeding.
That's another point added on. So it's already gone to 16. It's now 17 kills. The ask is so much more for Smoke Wall. The numbers keep adding, and Smoke Wall are stuck. Mira are keeping them pinned and not allowing them to climb efficiently, get involved with these fights. And they need to fight.
So who's getting to 3rd? That's the new question. Because honestly, 4 dogs is currently in 3rd already, tied with 31 and 7 Gaming, which are both eliminated. Which means 4 dogs is now trying to fight with Smoke Wall. And they just eliminated 1. Chain Reaction just got this. 4 dogs is going for 2nd. Smoke Wall, they've lost their opportunity. It's now the dogs' time. And now who let the dogs out? Who's here?
It definitely could be an upset. If 4 dogs go from being 7th, 6th throughout most of this game to take 2nd, it would be the upset of the history. Is it a win upset? No. But it definitely is one that would be remembered for a while. 4 dogs. They have 3 players. It is a 2-1 split. Playing that a little bit risky, but Habibi's got that information. He can play off, feed it across.
You still have Spontane too.
Yeah, you can't rule them out as well. Oh no.
We're good. We're good.
White
Deep
brow.
breaths. Oh, chain reaction spotted by Balkans, who somehow have 10 kills.
That'll be a major jump.
I need my Eastern Europeans to cook a bit. I definitely could see it happening. Here we go.
Phase 6 zone is going to start collapsing once again. It is all on these hills. And this is where it gets interesting. All the crevices that you have to play by. Balkan Eagles, a little too hesitant. Possibly a few pop shots he could have put in. Instead, opts for the waiting and to get that tag. But Balkan stepped up. We've not been talking about them enough. We've not been giving them credit because we've been focusing on the potential win here. But let's be real. Balkan are fired. They're hungry to make an upset.
Definitely see this happening. And here we go. Chain reaction, able to get one. But no, Team Mira just killed Smoke Wall. Just killed one more. Smoke Wall's gone. And now it's going to be 4 Dogs is eliminated. 4 Dogs. They're gone. Wait. They can't compete for second anymore. Which means we know our top 3. Unless... Hold up. Where does Balkan stay? Balkan is ranked 12 with 15 points. Wait, hold up. They can kick out 7 Gaming. They can get to top 5 here. This is a top 5 run from Balkan. They can go up 7 points.
I'm going to trust your math, but you still have to put in place Spoon Seb as well. They're in 11th. They are just ahead of Balkan. They don't have the same number of kills, but there's still loads of players left around you.
I don't think Spontane can do it. I think no matter what, Balkan goes above Spontane here. It's just, there's not enough kills to go around. And Mira gets eliminated. No, Mira kills Smoke Wall. Welcome to the top 4. Chain Reaction has 3. Selb has 4. And Mira is going to just... I think Mira wants to just break 100 here.
Do you want the bigger news?
What?
Mira is your champions.
Oh,
Mira
we already knew
is your
this.
champions. Well, we knew it, but now we can officially say Mira is your champions. No matter what this outcome, they have not been able to score enough. Mira have won. And they can sit pridefully. They could go for another chicken dinner just for the hell of it.
Well, they can go for triple digits. That's what I'm thinking. They definitely have what it takes to do so. And there's Selb getting Balkan Eagles. 1 player left. Macintosh is already knocked down. And there we go. Eliminated in 4th, which means Chain Reaction has a chance at breaking into this as well. Currently, Chain Reaction doing good. 8th place. They're going for maybe 3rd place. They have the moves, but they've just lost 1. And Selb's keeping it going. Started this game with 17, but Chain, they're here. Flash out, shorty in hand. Let's see it. Boom goes the dynamite. What a shot. Mira actually sniping it. Mira sniped him. Holy. Oh my god, what is this bait? Chain Reaction's up to him.
Shin's still going. Shin's still keeping himself alive. He found a way to keep the dodging going, but look at the ammo. He only has 32 rounds left.
And they're picking him up. Oh, what a movement. Hello! Oh my god, he just outmaneuvered them beautifully. And that's an elimination, which means Chain Reaction. They get to be in the top 4. Now, can they get to top 3 placement? Can they even beat number 2? They have 7 kills. And they're...
No. Just straight up no. There's already 7 kills on the other side. There's too much of a gap to go for. But Shin, what a valiant effort. And just to add insult of injury, why not try and get the C4 coming out? Chain Reaction is still going. How is he still going? Oh my god.
Oh, he did such a good attempt at the end. But that means Team Mira wins it all. What a play. Honestly, Hyperactive, that was some exciting gameplay and a, pretty handed first place, but those following behind were battling it up, climbing each other to reach the top of the King of the Hill violence. It was amazing.
Oh, it was. It was so entertaining, and throughout it all, we saw that Smokewall had that opportunity. They had the fight. They went aggressive. They did what they need to get those early points. Unfortunately, they over-aggressed a little too far, and they were fighting with Joven too long. Couldn't get rid of essentially a 10th seeded team and get them out. And that cost them. Then they had to go and parachute in. They were down at the bottom of the hill instead of rotating earlier for a good central position. Everything just piled up. And then Team Mirror decided, you know what? Mic drop. Bop. Straight in. Get it done and dusted.
Yeah, just finishing it off. Now, I gotta know. Champion screen is going to be coming soon. We're going to do our math on our points for our final leaderboard. I need to see, did Mira get 30 points there? I don't think they had the 16 kills, but let's see it. Our champions, it's Mira. Take a look. Beautiful team, beautiful gameplay, and honestly, representing another leg of our division here. This is a Plausible Gaming community. This community is not the size of your typical neighborhood. They are the size of the entirety of EU, and I'm a part of it, so include NA there. We got a huge community here, and we can see we have some very skilled players. So thank you everybody who competed, thank you everybody who watched, and thank you to our prod team for putting it all together for us. But God, this has been a beautiful showcase.
It is. It's a fantastic piece of work, and you know, hats off to Mira. They were consistent throughout. It didn't drop too far. I think the lowest they found themselves was 7th, if I remember rightly. I'd have to double check all my little bits, but nonetheless, they just kept in they kept themselves in a high octane position. Yeah, 7th on match 2. 7th. That was the only time they dropped low.
Yeah, and that was just the match. They were still ranked 4 in the overall standings the entire time. They stayed in the top 5 the whole time, and they were able to do beautiful. But let's take a look at these overall standings soon, as I cannot wait to see the other teams that competed. We can keep talking about Mara, but let's see everyone. Welcome to the final standings here. 89 points, followed not so closely behind Smoke Wall, guaranteed 2nd place, and 4 Dogs being eliminated by chain reaction at the last moment, lost their ability to win 2nd place. Followed tied for 4th and 5th, 4th place tied with 31 Gaming and 7 Gaming, while Chain Reaction secures the 5th spot with a beautiful finishing round there, beating out SP Esports thanks to that 1v3 clutch. That's insane. Chain Reaction genuinely got to 5th place solely off the back of one player at the very last moment of this set. And of course, breaking into the top 10, we saw Balkan, Viz, and Spontane. And if you didn't get to the top 10, we saw some pretty solid plays from Quick and Dirty. But outside of that, we saw these teams who played pretty consistent. I'm a little bit sad that we didn't see Balkan, move a little bit higher with that kind of gameplay. But you know what? I can't say that this has been a disappointing set.
No. It's been entertaining throughout, and it definitely has kept me on edge because we saw those elements of strategy coming in. We saw those little tactics come in, but at the same time, as PUBG always is, the luck was just on Mira's side. They played it well. They rotated well. They had everything almost under their control, bar one map, as we mentioned, where they were in 7th. Everything else was top 3 and above.
Absolutely. And thank you all for watching some insanely solid gameplay. But that is going to wrap it up here for the Plausible Gaming Championship Series Season 7 now ending. My name has been Edu. I've been joined on the mic with Hyperactive. And of course, shout outs to our production team. We had 4 observers, Ramish on prod, and of course, the community themselves for being here to not only watch, but enter that giveaway. Get yourself some prod points. Get yourself some wonderful amounts of rewards just for being in the community. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dance. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. Yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing, like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.